the existential dread of walking into Gillette Stadium every day. Like, am I going to get fired today? Maybe. I better have a good practice. I'll tell you that.
Gotta have a good practice.
I better have a good practice. I've been pulled aside about 3 separate occasions in my early career. Hey, Ted, you better have a good practice today. What does that mean? You might be fired.
I've had them too.
Yeah.
Welcome to Games with Names. I'm Julian Edelman. They're Jack and Kyler, and we're on a mission to find the greatest game of all time. On today's episode, we are covering Week 2, 2019 Patriots versus Dolphins with 2-time Super Bowl champion, Bengals center, the man behind the legendary Cincy hats, Teddy Karras. And we get into talking the time Tom Brady powdered his little bum.
He literally pulls me off to the sideline, screams in my face that I'm a sweaty pig.
What makes Joe Burrow so great?
He's a man.
Is he like a young Gen Z Brady?
The 2 best throwers of the football that I've seen.
And his take on the Cincinnati Chili scene.
Great local establishments. You can go out any night of the week and find people that are hanging out in Cincy.
And then we get into hitting the comment section in this week's Chill Zone presented by Coors Light. Went on off a crazy tangent on that one.
It was so fun. Stick around.
Oh my God.
Director's cut Chill Zone today.
This is Coors Light, and you know those mountains were fresh blue.
They stayed blue.
Got to stick around to the very end. Let's go. Games with Names, a production of iHeartRadio. September 15th, 2019, Hard Rock Stadium, Miami Gardens, Florida.
The defending champs storm into sunny Florida, primed for another Super Bowl run.
Oh, what could have been. This is Week 2, 2019, Dolphins versus Patriots.
That'll be great.
Welcome to Games with Names. We have a very special guest, Teddy Karras from the Cincinnati Bengals, former teammate, here to talk about Patriots versus Dolphins, Week 2, 2019. Teddy, welcome to the Nuthouse. One sentence, why the hell did you pick this game?
One of my only times I got the game ball from Bill.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
It didn't go to Antonio Brown?
You know, because I think right after this is when everything went down.
It went
And
downhill.
literally,
All right, is this the greatest game of all time?
certainly not, but it was a great game. This was a showdown because Flo had left, and this was the first showdown between Bill and Flo because it was kind of that whole thing where he, kind of left weird.
Yeah.
And we also killed him. I think it was 43-0.
It was 43-0.
Indeed.
43-0.
What is the
Beat
greatest
down.
game of all time?
I think probably Super Bowl 51. If a game I participated in, I mean,
Yeah.
that catch, I had such a great angle of that catch too from the
Did you see
sideline.
it?
I did. I saw the whole thing. I was saying it the whole time.
Did you see what I was doing though? Remember I was like, hey, let's get up, let's go fast, make them use a timeout.
Yeah,
You remember that?
absolutely.
Because you were
I was on field goal. I was on the sideline, like I had like this view of it, and I kept saying he caught it.
yeah, that was crazy.
Wait, so you knew you caught it.
I knew
you
I caught
wanted
it.
to go fast. So
I
they'd
wanted to
burn a
go fast
timeout.
so
Yeah.
they would burn a timeout.
Yep. Because that was
Because
that,
Tommy was like, did you catch it?
that was after the Julio catch on the sideline.
Yeah.
Because that was
Yeah,
like
that
that was
catch.
a bad moment.
That was a fucking
That was
insane.
that was a bad moment.
That was like a velocity. That was like he looked like a damn octopus. Like getting with long ass arms and feet, just somehow getting that in over fucking our guy Logue. Was that Logue, Ryan, right?
I think so. Yeah, that was right in front of me.
Because
too.
that was great coverage. That was phenomenal coverage.
That felt. It never felt like the end, but that felt like that was a tough dagger,
it was a tough
and it was
dagger.
not the end though.
You gotta
just the
fucking
beginning.
believe.
You gotta
Teddy,
believe.
You gotta
You
believe.
gotta believe.
And we had a fucking absolute psychopath killer at quarterback that just didn't get phased at anything.
Didn't get faced.
That guy it's crazy. The more you're away from it and the longer you're out, you realize how big of a killer he was.
Killer.
Like, it's
and
crazy.
6'8" in his moon boots too. I think people underestimate how big Tom Brady is.
Those are his last cleats right back
Really?
there.
Oh, yeah,
I
they're-
stole them.
I mean,
but they're huge.
He'll put those on. I mean, I feel like you're looking at him in the huddle. I'm like, geez, Tom.
He's like a big old Clydesdale.
yeah,
He's like
Yeah.
a big old show. He's just like a big old pony.
really, for real.
God, what's life looking like these days, Teddy?
Man, so first day of summer break is today.
First day of summer break comes to the Nuthouse. What the fuck? We're so blessed and lucky.
We sure are.
Thank you guys for having me. So heading down to Fort Lauderdale with my wife and daughter. Daughter's 1 year old, Penny.
Congrats.
Penny.
Penny, and we'll be down there 5 weeks, training the heat, just right in my garage, and get ready to go. We need to do something this year.
What do you mean we got to do something this year?
We got to make the dance. That's the only goal. Try to win a championship. We've been out the last 2 years in early Jan, which is not good enough.
Yeah. So take me through some of your off-season goals. What's your individual off-season goals?
So, I try to report at like 318. So I was 315 yesterday. Just try to be as heavy as possible because just inevitably in the season, going to lose some weight. Be in great shape. And we got some new techniques. We got a new O-line coach. So Scott Peters.
Where's he from?
He's a Bill Callahan disciple from Cleveland. But he's also like an MMA guy. He played 7 years and then opened up a gym for WWE and MMA guys. So we're learning some new stuff. So this is the first year I'm going to hire a couple guys to hold some bags for me down in Florida and try to master these new techniques as we go into the season.
Got it, Teddy.
Yeah.
You got to hire some people.
He's got some good stuff though. It's brand new,
So is it crazy or what? Like, to me, would you have thought you would have been doing this kind of training early on in your career?
Like jiu-jitsu kind of
Yeah.
stuff? No, I mean, everything kind of my scale of what to do at O-line is from Dante Scarnecchia. So, this is the first time I'm really, training the one-hand punch. Scar was a two-hand punch guy. And so, in year 10, I feel very lucky. I've had a lot of great O-line coaches, but obviously Scar is at the top. But to hear things that I've never heard of before, it's a lot of fun.
But I mean, as far as becoming a veteran, you're going into your 10th year. Like, when you're at this point in your career, you have to bring so many different things to evolve your game because you can't just stay stagnant, right?
Cannot.
So that's why, like, even later in my career, I started doing yoga and I started doing these other things because you have to always add to the tool belt.
Absolutely.
That's something you could pull from potentially when you need it in the game because it's got to be different.
I like to buy one like gym toy a year. Upgrade the home gym.
What's the toy this year?
This year was like the Rogue boxes, just box jumps.
Yeah.
I've never been a great like power cleaner, so I wanted to do something to get more explosive.
Yeah.
So a lot more jumping than I've done.
It's kind of like heavyweights right here. You're like Ben Steller's dad. He every year at Fat Camp they would get like the blob,
the
go-karts.
the go-karts. That
But
didn't
it's
work
workout
though.
equipment.
Tony Perkins.
Tony fucking Perkins.
Sizing. But yeah, I mean, I'd have to say, like, I didn't even really feel like a grown man until I was 28.
Yeah.
So
I always tell people that's the athletic
yeah.
like peak when you hit your man strength and you still have your college and baby strength and your smarts all hit to where you know how to train. 27, 28, 29 was like my athletic performance peak.
I mean, I still feel like I'm, upward trajectory. So, and I think about it all the time. Like back in New England, we had such a great O-line, especially interior. I didn't start till year 4. So I feel like I got a lot of miles left on the back end.
Yeah. So you talked about Scar being ahead of all the guys that you've been coached by at the offensive line position. Why?
Well, I think, one thing he always said was like, coaches are teachers and need to provide solutions. And the way that he taught offensive line play, I think if you ranked like the most valuable people in the Patriots organization, he'd had to be in the top 5, top 3 of, why they were successful. I mean, you look at some of the names that were longtime greats for the Patriots. I mean, this is 6th round, undrafted, 5th round, guys that played
Former
10 years.
wrestlers.
Yeah, former wrestlers, guys that didn't even play O-line. I think the highest draft pick for a long time was Matt Light.
Yeah. Solder.
And yes, older. And you think about those O-lines, all those guys played forever and at a very high level. And I think that the way he taught it, it was ingrained in you. And that's why I'm really excited, that Scott's there because, now I'm, learning some new tricks to add to the fundamentals that Scar bullied into me.
Yeah. What was your favorite bully moment with Scar?
Gosh, well, there's a quote that I always say that I think about literally every day of my whole life. And I had a good practice, and I remember like in stunt pickup, like I put like 3 guys down. So the defense that day was like talking shit to me in the locker room. And I like was like, all right, let's go. And I like was saying like how the defense is coming after me. And Scar was like, shut the fuck up. You know what you are, Ted? He goes, you know what you are? In this league, you are a grunt, and a grunt is all you'll ever be. And I think about that every day, and I am. And I think that was one of the most formative quotes of my life. Be a grunt.
Be a grunt.
Be who you are. Know what you are was a big one too. He'd take me aside before I'd go, and he goes, know what you are. You're a grunt.
And so that means you had to be nasty.
Yeah, had to be nasty and follow the techniques and do everything right to be successful, because you're not, I wasn't like a 4'9" athletic freak like, say, Joe Tooney.
Yeah.
Came in, was day one starter. One of the best players of all time, in my opinion.
I mean, it's hard to argue.
Yeah.
This guy's got Super Bowls at the yin yang.
Yeah.
So can you walk me through? So I know all the old generation Scar stories. Walk me through new generation Scar stories in like the room. Who's he getting on the most in your era of Patriots?
So, because he came back in 2016.
Yeah.
And then that was me and Joe Tooney's first year back. And I definitely think I probably got picked on the most. I was a scapegoat for a lot of things.
Who else was there?
The interior was Dave, Joe, Shaq, Nate Solder at left, Marcus at right. Then Trent came in, which I think was just a great job by Dante and Joe. That 2018 year, he was locked down.
He was a monster.
He's a monster.
He's hungry.
Complete cancellation on the left side. I don't think we ever slid left. It was Tooney and Trent Brown.
Yeah. They were they were good.
But just the way that he would, go over defensive guys and what we needed to do just to increase our chances to win a one-on-one matchup. And I think he did a great job with that.
Yeah. Let's get into some Bengals talk. So take us through what the mindset is of helping an organization who got to a Super Bowl try to get back and keep consistent level of play.
So I think, the biggest thing for me going into this year is I kind of have a do or die mentality. Just for the fact, nothing's guaranteed, obviously, in this league. I'm going into year 10. We've missed the playoffs 2 years in a row. So I think one of the things I said at the end of the season was, let's up this. I told everyone, let's up this serious meter 2 or 3 notches.
Yeah.
And I think we did a great job of that this spring. We had our last practice yesterday. Guys were getting after it. A couple scuffles. We needed some. Needed it. I think the biggest thing we have to focus on is just starting fast. We got to have a better September than we've had. We got to go out and win week 1 in Cleveland, Battle of Ohio, against a good Cleveland team.
Now, how do we emphasize starting fast in Cincinnati during OTAs? What do we are we getting fast to the fucking water fountain? What are we doing to get better getting fast?
We just I think the tempo of this spring was increased by 25-30%.
I like it.
Yeah. So we went out there, and I think one thing in camp is going to be we're probably going to play more in the preseason. We haven't played very much in the past, and really we got to get that monkey off our back. The week 1 losses have accumulated too much. So that's the only thing I'm thinking about. Cleveland week 1.
Now, how cool is Joe Burrow?
He's a man.
He's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, he's a man.
How is he in the locker room? Is he give me a comparison to how Brady? Is he like a young Gen Z Brady?
So it's different. Like with Tom, I wouldn't say I had like an amazing personal relationship. He was 40 when I showed up, and where Joe is like, a peer and a great friend. Do they have a lot of similarities? I'll say the 2 best throwers of the football that I've seen. I mean, there's just that's a really fun pleasure of mine in the NFL is to see NFL QBs throw the ball.
Yeah,
I love football and throwing the football, and to see that level of accuracy and
when was the first time you saw that level of accuracy from Burrow? Was it in a practice? Was it in a game? When did you know he was like, man, this guy's pretty fucking good?
I would say the Jets game, my first year there, 2022, I think it was week 3. He was just dotting them up, and they were bringing all sorts of pressure, and it was off-balance throws all day. They have a good defense, and, he was putting it on the money.
Yeah. Now, how cool is or how good is this receiver room? We got this Higgins and Chase kid, man. They're fucking lights out.
I think it's the best, in the league right now. I mean, you even, a name that most people won't know is Andre Yoshivas from Princeton.
He was your third last year that was making some plays. 80?
80, yep.
Yeah.
Or
80 something.
80.
80,
Yeah,
yeah.
80,
He's
yeah.
does he got hair out the back a
Yeah,
little?
yeah.
He got the hair banging.
And then we got Mike Gesicki.
Yeah, Gesicki.
And then Jermaine Burton, who, kind of had a colorful rookie year, but really earned a lot of trust of the team this spring. I told him before it's hard to do.
Yeah.
Come back, and earn people's trust.
Yeah. Now, Teddy, I got to ask it. This is journalism's finest. There's the elephants in the room. How come we always hear about the offensive line fucking play in Cincinnati?
Well, there's a couple factors I would say. I mean, we drop back, traditional drop back way more than any other team in the league.
Okay.
So there's a lot of pressure on our guards and our tackles. Mostly 4 down, so it's not as much on the center. But I think, it just, sometimes we have a good division. Narratives kind of snowball out of control, especially in Cincinnati. Cincinnati Twitter is very educated and opinionated, and
Yeah.
I love them for that. But, I think things get blown out of proportion. But, that's what we're focusing on, especially this spring with a guy who came in, didn't know anything about the program. Scott kind of looked at it from 10,000 feet, and how can we take 20% of these hits off of Joe. And
Yeah.
I think we did a good job with that. But, the reality, we got to be honest about who we are, and that is a passing offense. So we need guys that are going to be able to win one-on-one matchups, consistently.
Yeah. I had to ask it. I mean, people, they would have fucking killed me in
That's
the
all
comments
right. You
section.
can ask whatever you want.
I just
It's your show.
had to know.
Yeah.
Am I wrong, guys?
No, got to ask you, baby. We're journalists over here.
I mean,
Capital J.
they do have TJ Watt and fucking Garrett in the fucking division.
Those guys aren't easy to block.
No.
Or not.
I always thought this was more of a Jack show.
Hey, yeah, there we go. I would just glaze up Teddy for 90 minutes and do my show.
The glaze moment.
There it is, baby.
How's Cincy as a sports town?
The best.
Yeah.
I love Cincinnati. Have a great time.
Yeah.
Great local establishments. You can go out any night of the week and find people that are hanging out in Cincy.
You're right across the river from Kentucky, right?
Yep.
Skyline or Gold Star?
Skyline.
The Gold Star guy myself.
I had 2 conies yesterday at the airport.
Oh, heck yes.
Yeah.
It's a
I was
real
starving after
Cincinnatian.
practice.
There's a bunch of good breweries in Cincinnati.
Very good breweries.
It's like a good little, they got the little hipster thing going.
Garage beer.
Garage beer.
Yeah.
I think I've been there.
Yeah.
I think.
It was Braxton, and they branched off from Braxton. There's a lot of breweries, old German influences. So Cincy's, I think, the most aesthetic of the Midwestern towns because it's the only one with hills.
Teddy.
So Cincy has like 52 different municipalities that make it up. So it adds to the culture. There's like 50 little different downtowns and different little sub-towns.
50
It's a lot
little municipalities.
because it's Hamilton County is Cincinnati. Cincinnati proper is not very big.
You know, the guy who comes up with the Cincy hat knows everything about Cincy.
right.
That's a man of integrity. I can already tell he's a man of integrity.
Amen.
They've been great. I mean, that really have been so generous to this cause too. So we're doing a lot of stuff for them.
What's something people don't know about Cincinnati, Ted?
Something people don't know about this. I think it's an underrated food town.
Ooh.
I think there's a lot of good restaurants, a lot of local.
Give me 3
good-
restaurants that are insane right now to you.
My favorite is National Exemplar in
Okay,
Marymount.
What's the go-to order?
So I go on Monday nights. They fly in oysters from Boston every Monday, $1 oysters. Got to get there by 5 if you want to get enough for your fill. That's my favorite.
How many oysters is your fill?
Ooh.
So I don't want to be like a glutton. So I usually order like 18.
Okay.
Because I don't
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
You could go crazy with
You
it.
touch it
Yeah.
too, it's a little
Yeah.
gluttonous, yeah.
Now, what's your oyster preparation method?
My favorite way is just straight horseradish on top, horseradish and lemon.
I like that.
They got a good mignonette though.
I was just going to ask about the
Yeah.
mignonette. You got to have a mignonette.
I like the vinegar and a little Tabasco.
Vinegar, yeah.
Maybe throw a little
just like a
horseradish
raw
on there.
Slurp it right down, baby.
All right, what's the second
brinier the better.
restaurant? We got
Any of the Jeff Ruby's. I think Jeff Ruby's Steakhouse has ruined all other steakhouses for me. Their service and their quality.
Jeff
It
Ruby's.
makes I would say Ruby's definitely makes Cincinnati that underrated food town. You know, whenever you bring someone in, if you want to impress them in Cincinnati, take them to any of the Ruby's establishments and you're good to go.
What? So you go in there, you're getting what, a steak and some sides. What are the good sides?
Oh, they have mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, asparagus. I think, you know, another underrated aspect is their sushi kitchen.
Oh, sushi.
Yeah,
kitchen.
they got the Godfather roll. It's like a lobster fillet. I don't know if there's any tuna in it, but they do a great job.
Okay, and
I can't even go into a Mastro's anymore because it's not Ruby's.
I get it.
Now, how do you eat your steak?
Medium rare or
Medium
rare.
rare?
Yeah.
Silverware? Hands?
I cut it. Yeah.
Now, what if no one's around?
I mean, I have barehanded a steak before,
Okay,
but that's
just
more
making
like
sure.
that was a problem, really. I didn't have a steak knife.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if
And that's
there's
more appropriate than a T-bone than a fillet. You
Yeah.
can barehand a T-bone more than a fillet.
it's a fillet, you could just throw it in like a
Yeah.
Tic Tac. And then your last restaurant.
So I'm going to go away from the fine dining and just go to, you know, my go-to 2 dive bars, Oak Tavern and Mount Lookout Tavern.
Good burgers.
Great wings.
Great wings.
They call them stoked wings. So they smoke them, then they fry them, then they put them on the grill a little bit. But you sauce them yourself, but they give you like a sauce caddy. And we had the O-line there Wednesday night at MLT's.
I like that wing night.
So you got the whole O-line eating wings. Give me a number of wings that go down.
It was $250.
$250?
It was $250 with to-go orders.
That ain't rookie
Yeah.
numbers. Those aren't rookie numbers.
It was $250 with to-go orders. Scott Peters, our line coach, took us out for like the last night before summer break. So.
That's a good line
Yeah.
coach
Little
move.
team camaraderie.
No, it was great. It was a great night. They do a great job. So I love it there.
Dude,
You a drums or flats guy?
I'm flats only.
Oh, wow.
Flats only.
Flats only blue cheese.
All right.
Now, are you dumping them and then
Yeah, so
Garfielding 'em?
the flat is the scoop on top. And, you know, if it's a good flat, you can clean it.
well, a lot of
With
sometimes
one.
I used to see the big linemen, they push the flat all the way down,
I've seen that.
make like a little lollipop,
Yeah.
and they just Garfield it.
I do that more just, that's part of the process. I don't lollipop it before.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to lollipop it, just do the drumstick.
And
Well, but the thing is, it makes it way easier, so you can go double.
Double efficiency.
little scoop of blue cheese.
I mean,
and-
I've seen some crazy ways of people eating wings because we used to have the wings before a game,
Yeah, oh, well,
and
those wings at the hotel, the Patriots Hotel, are still some of the best wings and best homemade blue cheese that you'll
Yeah.
ever have.
That's crazy.
It is.
Unbelievable.
and I used to like that blue cheese with a little bit of the Asian sauce that they'd have, so it make it
Yes.
sweet.
So I tried to get that recipe off them for 5 years. They'd never give it to me.
They'd never give it to you.
It's like a heavy dill blue cheese because it's almost like a little ranchy.
It's
you know?
ranchy,
Yeah,
but it's got a little chunk in there.
chunks. It's a unique flavor. Like if I tasted that right now, I would feel like I'm at the 4 Point Sheraton in what is that?
Narwood.
Norwood. Yeah, yeah,
Narwood.
yeah.
Best wings in town. That's crazy.
No, I mean, the lineman, that was like a breaking bread moment at the end of all of our meetings. You would all go congregate in the cafeteria. Guys would be eating wings, watching college football, and the lineman would just put down.
Put them down. That's
my kind of night right there.
You know, like Ted Harper was our nutritionist. Great man, still a resource I use to this day. I'll text him with any questions.
Love Teddy, still there.
No, yeah, big part of Patriot success. But we would have like dialed in meals. Like our meals would be very healthy all week. You know,
All
we had
week.
great cafeteria, but very healthy. And then we'd go Saturday night, and it would be like we're eating like shit. It'd be like French fries, wings, pizza. And so I asked him one time. I was like, Ted, like, why do you feed us so healthy every night? And then the night before the game, we eat junk food. And he goes, well, as long as it doesn't affect your stomach, none of these calories are going to matter. So it's just max calories because you're going to burn it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So as long as your stomach's not messed up, you can eat whatever you want before the night before the game.
And I guarantee if you did not have wings or those things in that cafeteria the night before, there'd be a fucking mutiny.
Mutiny.
There'd be a mutiny.
I
'Cause
think
it's been tradition.
Yeah, one time in 2021,
Didn't they try to, like-
They tried to get. I mean, it was. We caused a stink.
Yeah.
Bring them back.
Bring back the wings, baby.
I mean, you got to have the wings. Even Brady would take a wing.
I remember
down.
these stories.
I remember he used to
Yeah.
smell them. He would smell them. He'd take one nibble, and he would no one look, and he'd throw it away.
And the way that it was like a slightly breaded wing with a little bit of like almost cinnamon, I would say, in the.
It's good.
It's really good.
What's the food situation in Cincinnati?
It's getting better. I think the report cards have helped. The NFLPA, I think that's been a great addition to making facilities better for the guys. And, this spring, cafeteria has really stepped up. Prime Rib Tuesdays. With a homemade horsey sauce.
Horsey? We got au jus?
Oh, we do?
I like that.
Excuse me, au jus?
I just load it up. I'm a horseradish guy, though.
I love horseradish, but I like to dip every bite into au jus.
That's fair.
Have you ever been to Fort Charles in New York?
Mm-mm.
Great prime rib. You gotta get over there.
All right.
One of the best prime ribs I've ever had.
I don't make it to New York much, but
What do you got? You got the Jets this year?
at home. It's like one of the first years I'm not playing at MetLife in my whole career.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think. Yeah.
I like
AFC
playing
East.
at MetLife.
I do too. I love MetLife.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like anything special in it. It's just the surrounding and the New York factor. Like when you drive up over on what is it, 95, and you see the city on the right.
I love like sleeping the night before and you can see the city. Yeah.
It's just, there's an energy about it.
New York is, and that's an Antonio Brown legendary moment. MetLife Stadium.
MetLife Stadium. MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
You know him. You love him. The big guy with the red tie is back in the all-new Donkey Kong Bonanza game on Nintendo Switch 2 system.
In this brand new DK adventure, he's teaming up with talented singer Pauline as they explore a wild underground world.
He can punch through walls, carve tunnels, and rip up chunks of terrain on his non-stop quest for golden bananas.
Unleash your inner Kong in Donkey Kong Bonanza, available July 17th. Rated 10 and up, only on Nintendo Switch 2. Game and system sold separately.
Let's get into the segment where we jump back into time around where the game took place. This wasn't too far back. This took place September 15th, 2019, and go over pop culture. Number one movie, Downton Abbey. I didn't watch it. Did you?
I did not.
Downton.
Didn't watch the show
I
or the
remember
movie.
it was a show, right?
Yeah. I
No?
didn't catch either.
BBC.
Yep.
Truth Hurts by Lizzo. I think that my daughter is that a kid song thing?
Was that the one where she said she had she had a boyfriend on the Minnesota Vikings?
Yeah.
New man
Who was
on the
that?
minute
Who was
on the
that?
Vikings.
Who was it? Diggs?
Dicks.
Might have been Diggs.
Could have been. It Chapter 2, Rambo Last Blood, and Hustlers were all popping off in the box office. The first It of the remake was actually pretty good. The Rambo Last Blood, didn't see it.
I like the titling though. From First Blood to Last Blood's kind of cool. You know,
They drew
kind of a
last
callback.
blood.
By the way, they say Terrence Newman is the mystery man. Some say
Terrence
on the
Newman.
Minnesota Vikings.
Kansas State.
He knew.
You know,
Fellow
that's what the internet has said, but I don't know if that's
I think we just joined the same club.
no right. Really?
Yeah, I can't say. I don't want to say I put it on blast. but
Maybe a corner him in the locker
he knew.
room. Say what's
Yeah,
up, bro?
I'm gonna ask him about Lizzo. Post Malone drops his third studio album, Hollywood is Bleeding.
Posty.
Post was huge at this time.
Huge.
So right before this year, we won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I went to Amsterdam with Amendola, and we went to a Post Malone concert. And before we played beer pong with him, and then afterwards he had us on instruments. I don't know how to play an instrument, and he's like, "Here, make a beat," and we're like, he's like singing along to me, like going doom doom tss, doom doom tss.
He's a talented guy. Man.
He's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Big Magic the Gathering player. He bought that one card for like $2 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the Black Lotus?
It was the one ring to rule them all.
Are you a Magic guy?
I've dabbled as a kid. I thought it was cool. It's kind of like I love the art of the cards and just like how, but it's too complicated now.
Yeah, there's too many like planeswalkers, and what are we doing?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
just-
get simple.
Should we get us off on the phone right now?
Yeah,
I'm actually
I
texting
think
him.
Asaf was number 6 in New England in 1992.
Really?
He claims.
Yeah.
Class of 1991.
Seriously, we would go by there's a magic shop in Cambridge all the time. He'd be like, "Yeah, that was my shop." What do you mean your shop? He's like, "That's the shop I used to do magic out of."
His rivals page was bopping, bro.
You used to do. You were a Pokemon kid too.
I played more of the Game Boy game, Game Boy Color, Pokemon Red.
You weren't getting the cards.
I had cards, but that game didn't make any sense to me. Magic made more sense to me than the Pokemon card game.
Playing the Pokemon card game it's a terrible game. It's like hard to do. It's stupid. Magic
I
makes more
agree. Yeah,
sense.
Magic makes more sense. Now it's a little bit too complicated
Yes.
though. But if you watch some of his stuff on YouTube, it's entertaining. If you want to fall asleep and not I'm saying it's not like puts you to sleep, but it's a good like
Yeah,
on the
calming.
couch. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rambo, legacy legacy franchise. You're pretty much a legacy player. Can you explain your family trees
Yeah.
in the National Football League? Let's hear this.
We've been in the league since, I believe, Lou Karras was drafted in 51 or 52 to Washington. I'm the fifth player in
Who's
the
that?
NFL. That's my grandfather's oldest brother.
Grandfather's oldest brother.
And then my grandfather played 9 seasons, Ted Karras Sr.,
For what team?
for the Bears, Lions, Rams, and Steelers. Won the 1963 championship with the Chicago Bears World Championship. One of the last World Championships. I think there was one more because the Super Bowl was 65.
65.
Yep. Alex Karras, Hall of Famer, played 12 years for the Detroit Lions.
12 years.
Lived out here, had a great acting career out here. Webster, Blazing Saddles, Porky's. He was a longtime Hollywood guy.
Wasn't he in the Saved by the Bell? Or that guy just looks like you.
Oh, no.
Remember that
Is he
the
Slater?
college edition?
Yeah.
No, the
Oh,
college
yeah.
edition Saved by the Bell had a big, like, I think ex-football player that would come in. He was like the gym teacher. I forgot his
I'm
name.
going to look this one up. Anytime they go off to college in any of those shows, it gets wonky, bro.
It's a little wonky.
Did he ever take you to set or anything? You get to meet like Emmanuel Lewis or anybody?
I didn't know. I came out here to visit UCLA when I was 17. And that was like the only time I really spent time with him. He lived in Hollywood Hills and had a place in Malibu.
Tight.
And then so I'm out here and like UCLA like called me out. And so they offered me. And so I think I freaked him out because I was like, no, I'm in. Like right away. I was like, no, I'm coming. And so they call me like, so I tell everyone like I'm going to UCLA. Like I'm fired up. They call me like 2 days later like, actually, we don't have a spot for you anymore. I'm like, what the fuck?
Jeez, bro.
But makes me
You liked UCLA?
why? I mean, how are you going to pass up UCLA for free? You know, that's what I was thinking back in the day. But makes me feel better. The guy they took instead of me is still in the league, Jake Brendel. Good friend, good player.
Well, you're a grunt.
I'm a grunt. He's a grunt too, though. He earned everything he had too. So he's played 10 years. He's San Francisco center still.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so
And then finally, my father,
Yeah.
Ted Karras Jr., was a replacement player for the Washington Scabskins, as they called him. So he played 3 games. They went 3-0. They made the documentary about him, and they ended up. Doug Williams ended up winning the Super Bowl that year with Washington, and so it was a big controversy for a long time. Not controversy, but disgruntlement by the replacement players that they never got a ring. And that 30 for 30 came out. Everyone has a ring, so
they gave him a ring.
they gave him a ring. He wears it around every day.
That's badass.
Yeah, they went 3-0.
That's
How many rings
tight.
we got in the family?
4.
4.
4. Yeah, my grandfather won 63. So
Man, legendary family.
we got to be up there in snaps. I would say total snaps. I'd say the Matthews family's probably up there.
Snaps, Peytons,
Mannings.
Yeah.
Long careers.
Yeah, all 3 of
they
them.
all had huge, long careers.
And quarterback never comes out.
Yeah.
Arch is going to be in there soon.
Probably
too.
the Longs are up
Longs, that Howie, Chris,
there. Kyle.
Kyle.
Because I think maybe the Matthews have it though, because Bruce played 20, and if you count, because I think Clay's his nephew.
Yeah. He
And-
counts.
Yeah, no, but there's like
Slates, but he
The
didn't,
slate,
he didn't get him because special teams you only get 11
he was
plays.
only 11
12
plays, yeah.
plays.
I think maybe the Bosas now, because if you count Kumaro was their uncle.
Yeah.
So Eric Kumaro played a long time, I believe.
Wow. So who could win in a cage match between all the football families?
I mean, the Longs are pretty big, and so are the Matthews. I'd
They're
say
fucking
the
huge.
the Karrases grinded their way out to, I'm the tallest by far, so we're a little undersized for the Hall of Fame pedigree of the Matthews and the Longs. I mean, you walk up to Kyle or Chris and Howie still. You're like,
Howie is
I mean,
still.
Oh my God.
Howie
goodness
is, I work with him
gracious.
every Sunday. It's like working with your dad on there. I have like dad look.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to disappoint him at all, and he just has that look.
How fun would it be to be him in the 80s?
Oh my God, bro.
Or the 90s. He
Or
was
the
in
yeah,
movies.
yeah.
I mean,
Or now.
Howie's,
Or now.
Getting that
He was-
Skechers money, baby.
And Chris was a great team. I'm
I
so
love
glad that
Chris.
he came that one year.
Me too.
He ended his career with 2 rings.
2 rings.
Back to back.
He's trying to get me to go do Mount Kilimanjaro.
No, I know he's been trying. I know. I just can't hiked Mount Kilimanjaro 2 weeks before camp. When I'm done, I'll go do it with him.
Yeah,
I can't afford to lose 15 pounds right before camp.
I heard it's not like it's no joke.
No, that's what he
did it. He's like I almost died. Yeah.
Nico did it. Oh my God.
Nico did it.
Because they build wells.
Yeah.
Up there, the water boys. It's a great cause. And
Great cause.
I can't wait to do it. I'm just gonna have to do it when I'm done.
Man.
It's 19,000 feet high.
It's no joke.
No, it's not like we're going to like 6,000. No, it's 19. Super Bowl champions were the Kansas City Chiefs.
We messed that up too. We started 10-0 this year.
I know. If we would have kept AB, if AB would have stayed, we would have won the Super Bowl again. Because we didn't have a red area target.
But you know what happened?
Gronk retired.
We gave them the 1 seed that year because of Christmas. Remember, we got Christmas off. It was a Wednesday. So everyone had a great Christmas. And we show back up for Thursday, surprise full pads, grinder practice, started with Texas drill, beat everyone down. The Dolphins, who we beat 43-0 in this game, come up to Foxborough and beat us. We give KC the 1 seed, lose to the Titans, and then now we've started this mess.
Well, that Chiefs game where there was like the N'Keal Harry, that was definitely a touchdown. And there was like the fumble return for a touchdown. That was like this and this. And it was like, and then you guys lost the week 17 against the Dolphins to lose the 1 seed.
1 seed. We had the 1 seed locked up.
You guys got Cincy. You guys have their number.
Yeah, I mean,
You guys match up
beaten
well.
them. Oh, we match up well. Yeah, absolutely. But they're a good team, man, and they know how to win, and they've obviously finished a lot. It was, good for Philly to do that this year. It was fun to see, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
But
I don't really like them either. But
what's up with them calling it Burrowhead, dog?
I mean, he went in there and won a few times, so we haven't won in there since we said it. So let's stop saying
We
it.
gotta say.
Yeah.
So you didn't. You didn't even. No
I
more
don't
saying
like it. I
it.
take that back.
Yeah.
No more saying it. Well, speaking of Burrow, he won the Heisman this year.
Absolutely.
Well,
Incredible season that year.
incredible.
Yeah.
How
We
cool
did,
is
we
that?
did a Nerf shoot with them right after. Remember, it was me, Joe Burrow,
Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey. It was this summer.
Yeah.
Juju
Dola,
Smith-Schuster.
Juju,
Jamal Adams.
and he was just young. Like, he was just cool.
He threw a Nerf football.
He's cool as hell, man. He's a great leader, and his
I want him to win, but he's got.
me too. And it's like that's my number one goal in my life. Yeah.
Hot take.
Yeah.
Washington Nationals won the World Series. Liverpool ends 30-year drought, won their first title since 1989.
Wild.
COYG. Come on, you Spurs. Or S.
Are you a Spurs guy?
Like the Spurs.
Yeah.
Who's your team? Your EPL?
I
Are
mean,
you Gunners guy?
I'm really nothing. You know who's a big soccer fan? I even learned about it through Joe Tooney. He would always have it on.
I know.
Yeah, so.
Tooney's like one of the most world's interesting men. And we'll jump into it when we break into the teams. But before we jump into the teams, give us the story about this Cincy hat. What is this hat that I'm wearing?
So this hat, man, I mean, so I had been on 3 one-year deals in a row.
Yeah.
And no one seemed to want to commit to me to be the guy. And it was probably my last chance. I was 28, about to turn 29. And finally, Cincy gave me a 3-year deal. And I'm just down in Fort Lauderdale. My neighbor in Fort Lauderdale is a rep for Imperial Hats, Sydney Maitland. Came up with this logo. I was just so pumped. I printed like 120 of them. And it was just like a token of appreciation. My new teammates, neighbors are cool hats. And I was just so pumped that someone wanted me to be the guy. And so I gave them to my teammates. They started wearing them. And so, a couple pictures got out. And the media and the fans launched a full investigation to the origins of this hat. And so I kind of played it low for a while. And it really went crazy. So I finally admitted that they were my hats. And after we lost week 8 to Cleveland and they're asking me about these hats, I was like, all right, I'm going to sell them because I don't want to talk about this anymore. And went crazy. First night, 70,000 in sales.
Wow.
And all of this, so I had prefaced this by saying all of this is going to go to my favorite charitable organization, the Village of Marici. It's an independent living facility for adults with Down syndrome, autism, all sorts of intellectual disabilities. And so first night, 70 G's, went crazy. And now, we have about every running 12 months is about 1.2 mil in hats.
Let's
And-
go.
Let's go, baby.
and not a cent. Not a cent. I'll never take a cent. I've never. It's all gone directly to housing infrastructure for this adult community. And so, going into year 4 now, we built a second Village of Marici in Indianapolis through the hat money, and doubled their footprint of people they can serve. And so now year 4, I'm like, we're doing stuff in Cincinnati. So we're breaking ground hopefully this month on a 7-bedroom apartment building in Madisonville, Ohio. And it's going to be the first Cincy Hat house in Cincy.
Look at
and
that.
so yeah, we're gonna keep it rolling. So we're gonna just all of it's going. We do 2 full scholarships to young women with autism to University of Cincinnati.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get involved with this organization?
So the guy
What's
who
it
runs
called again?
The Village of Marici in
The
Indianapolis.
Village of Marici.
Yeah, it's very unique. And Colleen Reaney founded it. So the guy who runs my hats is my best friend from 8th grade, Matt Reaney. Call him Cincy Hat Matt. And so his mother founded the Village of Marici and has been a pioneer in the intellectual disability community. And so that was just where we grew up doing our service hours. I've known the people that live there now for 16 years.
Wow.
And it's just, that's, I had done a lot of work for them previous to the Cincy Hat. That's who I would donate to every year and then, do events. And so it just was a natural fit.
That's amazing. Did you ever work with Best Buddies?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I was about to say, maybe did you start at Best Buddies and then find this organization?
Well, that was like a traumatic day for me because Tom would do that game every year.
Yeah.
And then he launched a bomb to me over Dave Andrews. I literally ran a go and it just right out of my hands. And at the end, it's one of the only things I have signed from Tom Brady is a plaque that says biggest drop.
Oh my
so
gosh.
there's like
A sold out Harvard Stadium.
Oh no.
The crowd is
he's on the
going
mic
wild.
saying that I had to go up on the middle of the field and get my biggest drop plaque. So it's like some repressed trauma from that. But
What was Teddy Karras like in 2019? You're a vet now. What was Teddy Karras in 2019?
well, I was going into year 4 with 5 starts, fighting for my life in camp. And then this was, this was the year that Dave had to sit out.
Yeah.
So, that was my opportunity came. So, obviously that's like a weird scenario to get in.
the worst.
Yeah. But obviously took advantage of it and haven't looked back. But yeah, this
Pro
was
football.
Yeah.
Let's jump into the Dolphins. Jackie, break them down.
2019 Dolphins 5-11, most notably the first year of the B-Flow era.
B-Flow.
Came over from the Pats, of course. Brought Chatty O with him. Patrick Graham was the DC. Also had Boyer in there. This was taken over from the Gase era.
Yep.
Went 7-9. Remember that was Dola's little year down there in Miami. They brought in Fitzpatrick in the offseason. He'd been with Tampa before that. Brought him in March. Traded for Chosen Rosen. Started 0-7. This was the year that it was kind of the tank for Tua narrative was floating around out there. And then, a lot of dudes on this roster, but no Pro Bowlers, a first since 97 for the Dolphins, which is crazy. And then traded away a lot of former first rounders, Laramie Tunsil, Minka Fitzpatrick, Kenyon Drake, Ryan Tannehill. So a lot of change going on down there in Miami this year.
What do you remember about this Dolphins team, Teddy K?
They ran a lot of odd. They took a lot of. I watched the game on the flight over just to refresh myself. It was a lot of 3-down stuff.
What's 3 down mean?
3-down linemen.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
A lot of odd. I signed in Miami the following year. I was down there, and so we did get Tua. It was tank for Tua. Just watching that game, I think they just had a lot of. Their D line was all right. Godshaw and Christian Wilkins, still playing pretty good. Legend Big John Jenkins. Yeah, he had a sack in that game, which was
Isaiah Ford, running backs.
And I joined these guys, so I was on their team the next year, and
Fitzpatrick.
he's awesome, man. One of the all-time teammates.
I played against him with 20 different teams.
And that was, and then the next year we had went 10-6 and missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was Chatty O as OC over there?
He
was gone.
He was gone.
by the time.
He went to Cleveland
Yeah, he
in
went to Cleveland.
2020.
Just 1 year.
We had Chan Gailey.
Legend.
Long time. Oh,
Yeah.
legend.
Man.
That was a fun year, Don. I had, I still lived down there. Got a steal on a crib. It was the end of the world. And it was the first time I got any money.
Yeah.
So got a steal, and it was a fun year. Gosh, these guys though, looking at this roster, it's disappointing we let them knock us out of the 1 seed, because I think we really had a real shot to get another one.
I know, going down in the end of the year.
That's a Fitz magic moment, though.
It's a Fitz. They played it well. Remember, we went into that game though. I wasn't even supposed to play because I was banged up, and like I'm playing by the end of the second quarter.
So we're not playing very well.
We were
And
playing
they had
terrible.
gotten a lot better towards the end of the season.
I mean, every team does. You know, no one's the same from week 2 to week 16, 18, whatever it was.
It is kind of weird looking at this roster of like the incestuous nature of guys that had been on the Patriots, would end up on the Patriots. I mean, from Gesicki to Isaiah Ford to
Calvin Munson, I think,
it's like
went
crazy.
back and Calvin Munson went back and forth from the Dolphins to the Patriots, I think 6 times in a row.
Oh, I'm looking right now. That's one.
He literally went 6 times back and forth.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's insane. And finally ended up on the Vikings.
And finally, with B-Flow. Yeah.
Shout out
Flow.
Munson.
Jackie, break down the Pats.
All right, let's get into these 2019 Patriots.
14, man.
Man, I mean,
That was it. This is the last time they were
coming off the Super Bowl win.
double-digit win.
We made the playoffs in 2021
2021.
when I came back because I went back to New England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Were you at the windy Buffalo game?
Oh,
where, like
when-
there
it
was
was-
no passes.
It was the greatest game day nap I've ever taken because Josh McDaniels, we're in the morning meeting. He goes, "Hey guys, we're not throwing the ball today." I was like, "This is the greatest thing of all time. We're just going to run. We're literally just going to run toss sweep." And we busted one. Damian Harris busted one, and that was the only score of the game.
Yeah.
It's like a lineman's dream. Just like we're just running downhill all day long.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean,
Linemen like to go forward. They don't want to sit pass block.
it's a lot less pressure, I'll tell you that. You mess up on a run, and no one really notices on TV.
How do you think Josh is going to do with Drake?
I'll tell you what, with Josh coming back and Cole Popovich, their O-line coach, I mean, the men are going to know what to do and how to do it. And I think they're going to be a serious team. You know, we let them come in last year and beat us. And so we better be ready to go. They're coming back to Cincy. I mean, I love Josh McDaniels. I have a ton of respect for him. I don't think there's any information that's been more seared into my brain than his offense.
Inside out?
To the point where when he went to the Raiders, I have the same agent as a couple of guys in the Raiders, and they were having trouble picking up the protection scheme. And so I did a Zoom install with the Raiders O-line and created like this cheat sheet of, because I can remember, because Scar would have this test that basically covers all the information that you need to know. And so I recreated it from memory. And so and so I'm on the phone with the Raiders like, no, that's a bear. That's a sort it. Yeah, it's a read it. Yeah.
It's a bear.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No one for worked.
Didn't work for the Raiders.
Hey, that's on them.
But Teddy will get them right.
Aim right, baby. These guys, I mean, he's coming off a Super Bowl win, 12-4, started out hot, 8-0.
Yeah.
In March, Gronk retired
I know.
for the first time. 17th consecutive 10-win season, insane NFL record. This would be Tom's last year with the Patriots. Stephon Gilmore, defensive MVP. Wow. Went 4-4 down the stretch.
Yeah. He got banged up. Josh Gordon goes out. Trade for Mohamed Sanu. Second round pick, bring him in. Of course, the AB signing early in the season. Philip Dorsett's in there. So the wide receiver room was good, but banged up down the stretch and just kind of fell apart there, unfortunately. What do you remember about this team?
I remember we were really good. I remember we practiced so hard, and
This specific week, I remember this was like the best week of practice.
this was
For
the best.
this-
Oh, yeah.
Because AB came
Oh,
and he lit a fire under everyone's ass. Philip Dorsett was making big plays. Josh Gordon was. There wasn't a ball on the ground all week, and I'm talking. It wasn't like this dink and dunk shit. It was AB routing a dude up,
and we would go 1v1s
Yeah,
to start
we-
practice.
We were 1v1s. It's like our team was. That's why I say, man, if we would have kept AB, we probably would have won another Super Bowl.
Well, so AB, like I love AB, and he immediately took to me. Like he would look at me in the huddle, he'd talk to me, and then so my AB story is I'm in the cold tub with him, and he's just chatting me up, and you know he's a great guy, great conversation, very intense human being, and so you're not allowed to take pictures in the facility. It's like automatic firing, right?
Yeah.
So AB's like, man, we got to take a selfie. I'm like, I don't know, man. He's like, no, we're doing it. I'm like, all right. Takes a selfie of me and him in the cold tub. You can look this up online too. It's a great picture. Posts it on his story. Cold tub dubs with big bro Teddy K. I get like 8,000 followers in like 4 hours. Puts my Instagram on. So I'm like kind of like freaking out. I'm like, geez, that's like the number one rule of the facilities. Don't take a picture inside. And yeah, here we go. Cold tub dubs with big bro Teddy K. Follow him now. So the next day, Scar comes up to my locker and is like, hey, like, what the fuck were you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, we're not allowed to take pictures in the facility. And so I'm like freaking out and I totally fold. I'm like, whoa, it was AB, coach. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell him. He's like, dude, relax. I'm just fucking with you. I don't know what to say. So yeah, that's AB was a great guy. Obviously very, very colorful guy, but great player.
He was insane.
Went off in that game.
Went
Insane.
off.
Watching that
Tom
on the
was
plane
looking for
yesterday, I mean, the first couple targets were right to him. We marched right down the field, and then right before half, just hit that go ball, hit him. He jumps into the stands, and then we never see him again.
We never saw him again.
Never saw him again.
I feel like cold tub dubs could be kind of under the Kevin Hart cold as balls universe, maybe. You and
Cold
AB,
tub dubs, yeah.
You and AB hosting it.
Man.
And I'd be remiss also if I didn't mention Jacoby Myers and Gunner, undrafted rookie
Yes.
free agents this year. N'Keal Harry, 32nd overall pick. And DT was on this roster. Demarius Thomas,
DT,
R.I.P.
R.I.P., my dog.
Didn't play a regular season game with the Pats, but
Corey
he was on
Cunningham
this
as
team.
well, rest in peace. He came in
Wow,
and played
yeah, that too.
right tackle in that game. We had Marshall Newhouse had showed up that week, and so did Corey Cunningham. And we went out there with what was me, Joe, Shaq, Corey, Marshall, and then because I think Isaiah Wynn started the game but came out, and that was when Corey went in.
Because we were still working him in. Wasn't he coming off
He was
injury?
coming off an Achilles, yeah.
What did we start? 8-0?
Yes.
And then lost to Baltimore in Baltimore, Sunday Night Football.
God.
And then
you had them.
Then the bye week.
and then we were horrible after the bye week. Yeah.
You have a fumble.
We got whooped that game.
We got whooped.
Was that after the Kansas City game?
Yes.
I heard
Before. It was that game was a loss, bye week, win at Philly,
I had that
win
fumble
against
for a touchdown
Dallas.
against Baltimore.
I forgot about the loss at Houston.
Lost at Houston.
Yeah.
Then lost to Kansas City, so back to back.
Yeah. Because I got hurt in the Houston game.
Oh, I forgot about that too.
I
Yes.
missed the KC
We
game.
came
I was
on
pissed.
at the end, got garbage time. I felt, you know what? I felt like
28-22.
one of those teams that gets the garbage time stats in that. Because I got like 60 yards and a touchdown, but like we were down 14 points.
Hey, you had 100 receptions, 1,000 yards.
Hey, still counts, baby.
Yeah.
I'm like full conspiracy theory with like if like a wrinkle in time, if that AB or the N'Keal Harry touchdown would have counted, like the world would be totally different.
it
Like,
would.
It's like
COVID never would have happened.
Never.
Because remember, the Houston game, remember everyone was sick and we took 2 planes?
Yeah.
And that was like, that might have been COVID.
No, it was definitely COVID.
Because we had to take 2 different planes.
took
It was,
2 planes.
It was the sick plane and the non-sick plane.
Yeah, and we go there and we played like shit.
We played like shit.
Who was that? Who was their quarterback?
Deshaun.
Deshaun.
That was Bill O'Brien, yeah?
That was the year Deshaun got paid, right? Or traded and paid right after, right? Or,
That was it.
some people are 9/11 conspiracy theorists. I'm N'Keal Harry week 14 conspiracy theorists.
there's never a lockdown or mask up if we get the call right.
Teddy, give us some craft talk before we jump in with the NFL center. What makes a great NFL center?
Well, I think, I've studied a lot of guys, and I think Frank Ragnow just retired, and he's a guy that I've studied a lot. Obviously, the number one thing is delivering the ball correctly. And one thing, like Creed and Frank probably are considered like 1 and 2 or just 1A, 1B. And they're very patient and, contact strong. So, I judge a lot of centers about how far once a guy touches you, how long does it take to shut him down? So that's what I focus on
Because
a
they
lot.
anchor a lot.
Because you're right in the middle, though. And
Yeah.
that's like, Joe's always on me, too. Like, if I don't have anyone, like, pick a side and go hunt someone up, get out of my way. But I would say, yeah, contact strength, delivering the ball, and, I also judge a lot of centers on their effort. Like, because, center more than any of the other O-line positions, you're not going to have someone directly over you. So how are you helping your guards
Clean up the
clean up the pocket? COP was a stat in New England.
Yeah.
Tracked it very meticulously.
Yeah. Now, who's the Mount Rushmore of centers?
Well, you got to start Mike Webster, I would say. Obviously, Hall of Famer. Rest in peace as well, I believe. I've always been a huge fan of Rodney Hudson. I think he did a great job. I think back to Kevin Mawai in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Legend.
He was pulling a lot too. It was
Yeah,
always fun.
he was.
Snap pull.
I think obviously Jason Kelce, he's a Hall of Fame center, and you can't even really judge him like a center because he played a different position than anyone else. He's more like just a missile who snapped the ball.
Yeah.
But was also good in one-on-one pass pro though. But like he was that people always say can you be as good as Jason Kelce? Like, no, because he played a different position than us. He's a former running back.
Explain it.
Like he's just pulling around the edge. I mean, he was the ultimate utility knife for that offense. I don't think anyone will be able to recreate what he can do. I think Cam Jurgens does a good job.
Yeah.
He's a good player, but I think just the explosiveness with the accuracy of the ball and just the fact that he would just pull around and absolutely obliterate everyone.
He would. I always liked Alex Mack.
Alex Mack is great.
Like he was like his flexibility and his ability to get to the second level.
He had
was
a great
so
stance.
athletic.
He had a great stance.
Well, he was super flexible.
Yeah, he had a great stance. Mangold.
Mangled.
Obviously a different style though, more of a bruiser type center.
And
but
he's a big center too.
Huge.
He was like tall.
And big.
Yeah.
Like a 330 type center. Yeah.
Jeff Saturday.
More of a traditional, 6'2" kind of guy.
Now, what does the center do every play? Is the center setting the protection in some offenses, or is that the quarter? What is the center's job to get how is they always say he's the quarterback of the line? Explain that to me.
So in New England, Tom made all the points.
Yeah.
So that took a lot of pressure off of, that was just the offense kind of ran through where he declared the center of the defense. So, in Cincinnati, I make the points. Obviously, Joe has final say. But yeah, I mean, it's, a big stress of mine.
What's the point do?
The point sets the distribution of the blockers.
Okay.
So in New England, you say we had the, Mike Sam will, and then, once you declared who the middle was, the Mike, everyone else knew, like on this play, say on like Goldfish in New England, the tackle and guard are being up to the will. So they know that if that's the Mike, -1 from him is going to be the will on the second level. So that's how it runs in Cincinnati as well. It's not as like stringently diagrammed. We have a more options, I'd say. New England was a ton of rules for every situation. But yeah, it's just distribution of blockers. And I'm a big center too that, we're not having a team meeting up there. So you guys better know what to do as well. So, when it's a weird look, I'm going to say what it is. And, we all need to know what to do.
So you're communicating to the other linemen.
Yes. And echoing a lot of calls. I'm a big on the road guy. When you make a call, don't just shout it forward into the void. If you're at Arrowhead Stadium, turn your head both ways and shout it parallel to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so the sound waves they don't go that way. It's a science thing.
Yeah.
Teddy's very scientific with this shit.
Now, how about hearing the snap count on a loud road situation?
Well, it's on the center head. It's silent count. So
do you guys have a double silent?
Yeah.
Double Denver.
We call it double foot.
It's
called the foot in Cincinnati, on the foot.
We called it double Denver because Von Miller literally was in the backfield.
Yeah.
From timing up the snap every fucking play in an AFC championship. So we had to literally design a protect. All offseason, we worked a protection or a silent double called Double Denver because of it.
Double D. And actually in this game, this was an interesting, so we went from silent to start to verbal after halftime because we were killing them. Fans were out of it. We could hear. And then so it was kind of a tough moment for me as an early player. This is my 4th start at center ever. And, we had a double cadence we called dummy. So Tom would just go through the full cadence twice. Molasses, yeah. Or sugar. Yeah, we call it dummy in Cincy, actually. Because you're a dummy if you jump off sides.
There's no play call. Or is that or
No, that would
you
be,
could just go through the whole cadence.
You can go through the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
cadence, and then he gets a look.
Sugar's
He can
that.
either alert or
Alpha.
yeah. And then but you could tell by Tom's voice when he forgot that it was done. Like we'd be getting low on the play call, or say we get up there with like 12 seconds. And so a couple times in the second half when I was watching this game, you'll see me like, I know he wants the ball. So I snap it, and everyone's like a half beat late off the ball. And we're still doing okay, but like we had a couple runs that were stuffed. And in film on Monday, Scar's like, what the hell is going on? And I had to like kind of not throw him under the bus, not throw Tom under the bus. So I'm like, hey, coach, like I think he forgot. And I can just tell by the way he is saying the cadence that he wants the ball. So I had to go talk to Tom and be like, hey, I'm going to say sugar on the line of scrimmage. Is that okay?
What did Tom?
He was fine. No, he didn't care.
But did Tom know that? Did you confront him like, hey, Tom, were you forgetting?
You were forgetting.
Did he say yeah?
He was. I mean, it was a nothing moment for him. He was like, "Oh, it's fine," and kept it moving in his robe.
Yeah.
So you're so dialed in with the quarterback that you can even hear the intonation and knowing what they're actually wanting.
Just like about halfway through the way that he's saying it, I know he wants the ball.
Let me hear it.
I forget what was he? He was
Like
a big.
alpha,
He was a big
white 20.
It's just the volume and kind of like the timbre. You know when like I have a football
White 20.
voice, yeah,
White 20.
and then kind of the speed like what is that? Like kind of like that's when the ball wants to go. Where the first one would be like white 20 set. So you know when he's like slow on that second white 20, like that's a true sugar. But when he starts speeding it up at the end,
You got to get that.
you
got to
get that thing ready because I'm not.
What makes a good cadence?
I think the ability to mask it to where if you can get guys to jump off sides, that's the number one stat I think that would prove that you have a good cadence. It needs to be loud. You know, you have to have your football voice, I would say, because I got kind of a high voice too. So people make fun of me because I have call the huddle in like a deeper voice. Huddle. Yeah. Just huddle. I don't want my voice to crack on third down. You know.
Tom had a kind of a high voice.
Oh, absolutely. Made me feel good about mine. Yeah, I think just the ability to draw people off sides. I think you have to have variation too. So everyone's got to be dialed in. That's a big thing that you can accomplish in spring football.
Now, how often are you mixing up like cadences? Like, are there different teams that can catch on really quick, or are there like defensive ends that like, oh, this guy is always going to be on the jump on the count? Like, how often are you like playing games with?
Depends on the D line, probably.
Yeah. So a big thing that we did last year was just really vary the silent count, and especially like Cleveland. Myles Garrett is. If you let him get a step, I mean, the play's ruined. And potentially the game.
He's a monster.
Yeah, he's a monster. Great player. A lot of respect for him. So we got to be dialed in. So it's a lot of like with that, I created like 5 additional ones for Cleveland this year. And, we had a little bit snafus in practice. So I printed out a whole cheat sheet of, what these are and
Coach Ted, I like that.
Distributed them guys. Cause we need to, you can't, the whole strategy against Myles is let's just not let him ruin the game. If we can contain him, we'll have a decent shot to beat the Browns. Yeah. Especially with JOK retiring.
Yeah.
Great player.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Let's get this game lead.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I want one more lineman question. As a fan watching, when the whole offensive line jumps offside, but the center still has the ball, can you just explain what's going on to something like that?
Well, that's a penalty on the center. That's probably you forgot. And knock on wood, that can happen. There's a lot going on in an NFL football game, but that's a bad moment for a center. Hopefully you're vindicated. We never know. You never know when you're watching the game. You don't know. That's what a lot of, when you're grading like a football game, like, these grading agencies, there's so much context in football that you don't know who's right or wrong. So I actually snapped it early one time against Atlanta in 2022, and La'el Collins gave up a sack. And so I said in my post game, just to clarify, I was like, I snapped it early. Don't count that as a sack, PFF. And they did not. So I actually respect them a lot for that.
There we go.
Shout out PFF. Integrity.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'll shout out PFF as much as possible. Just be nice to me.
Jump into the game, Jackie.
All right, this is week 2, so early on in the season. Miami's coming off an absolute shellacking from the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar put up 59 on them. Oh, boy. Brutal start to the B-Flow era. Lost that one 59-10. Week 1 for the Patriots. Pittsburgh comes to New England 33-3. Start off hot after the Super Bowl campaign. And from a little bit of the wide receiver room perspective, we mentioned DT got traded, though, September 10th. He was there in the offseason, didn't actually play a regular season game. Josh Gordon came back from the year before, and AB was the big story, of course, here. September 7th gets signed. Same day, he's cut by the Raiders. You remember the frozen feet, the cryotherapy.
The helmet. Calling
the-
John Gruden a cracker.
The Mike Mayock a cracker. He was the original cracker of the week.
Cracker of the week.
He was the original one, the founding
funny.
father.
Those are so funny.
I mean,
You can tell the one. He has a genius working on his Twitter.
he's fucking hilarious on it.
I think it might just be him.
I
don't know, but whatever's going on over there is insane. So that was the hot air balloon. I mean, the allegations swirling. It was
I'm
a little
telling
bit
you
of a
right
mess
now,
in AB land.
as Ted already said, he was like the most charming dude to teammates. Like at least I didn't see any of the. We only had him for 10 days.
Was he actually living with Tom?
Yeah, remember
real?
that was the whole like internet rumor. Like they're
They
living
didn't
together.
tell me. No,
No
one told me.
I never knew anything in New England.
They didn't tell me because they knew it would have pissed me off probably. I didn't know that.
He came by the crib once, didn't he?
I don't know.
No, your crib.
Who?
AB.
Oh yeah, he came up to the
Yeah.
crib. We had dinner. We broke bread the Friday before this.
Yeah.
Man,
You were there?
No, I wasn't there.
You didn't there?
I was locked in. I was nervous.
I don't
Man.
have time to be eating with AB. Yeah, that was the AB story was really dominating.
That was
the
the
lead
big
up to
story.
this game.
And what else was the big story?
Ted making his 4th start.
Yeah.
That's right, baby. That is right, baby.
And we're going in there with like technically, going into camp, 3 backup O linemen. That was a rush job because we signed Marshall Newhouse that week. We signed Corey Cunningham that week. And, we were kind of a ragtag group going down to Miami where historically we hadn't had much success.
House of Horrors down there.
This
Now-
was the last year we went to Miami was the Miami Miracle.
Miracle.
That's
Now,
right. This is the first appearance since
Yeah.
then.
What's the key to surviving the heat in Miami when you go and play there? Or why did we always have a problem with Miami?
Well, because we played them late, so we went down in December, so we had been in the cold for since Halloween. I always say this too. I played 1 year in Miami. If you had to play your whole career in Miami, I'd say that'd probably take off 10 years of life expectancy. I mean, it is so. I'd be driving home from games sometimes on 95, like, man, I feel like I might pass out and die.
Heat stroke?
That was just like 75 snaps in the absolute beating down Florida sun at 1 p.m. And, it's tough down there. I'd say that's an advantage to play down there. But even so, though, you can tell because I wear the elbow guards, and Tom was a big stickler of your center can't be wet. And so
It's huge.
Oh.
And this is like a nightmare for explain that.
Oh, man. I mean, so I still do the towel to this day. You can see me. Tom takes all the centers to the side. If you're going to play center at any point, even just an undrafted guy, he'll teach you how to fold it and put it into your ass. And
Pause.
I still do to this day, every single day. Everyone's asking me, like, what is this? Because it looks kind of dorky. But I just I can't play center without it because that's just how I was. I never played center before I got to New England. So that was how I learned center. And an early moment, the blue-white scrimmage, 2016, we do it every year. And I had, I was on Tom's team and apparently too wet for him. And he literally, this is an embarrassing moment. He literally pulls me off to the sideline, screams in my face that I'm a sweaty pig, and then pulls my pants out and powders my ass with baby powder in front of everyone.
Oh my God.
So
What are you thinking?
I was kind of embarrassed. I mean, all the fans were looking. We're like, it's like 15,000 people at Gillette Stadium. But I was like, I started changing towels a lot. I would sometimes change pants at
Did you do
halftime.
deodorant or something? What the fuck?
I would baby powder myself every day before practice, and that's another thing. You go back to that picture too. Tom was really tall, so when he would always tell you to get your butt up. So and we were under center a lot. So a lot of times,
Where's that picture?
If you look at it, I'm like straight legged snapping it just because he's so tall. He's so much taller than me. But I would always just do whatever he said. So
Yeah,
yeah.
we all did.
We all did, yeah.
And we just liked that he was talking to us.
Oh, me too, yeah. I was like, dude, I'll do whatever you want,
I'm
man.
looking at a New York Times article here in the headline. How do you avoid swamp ass?
Yeah.
Tom Brady does it by sticking a towel down the center's pants.
Yeah. You had to learn how to get back down low to make a block.
That's tough. Tom's tall.
Tom's way taller than everyone thinks.
They don't realize. They
realize,
say
yeah.
6'4", but it's a tall 6'4".
It's
It's a tall 6'4". We started this game. Let's get into the game, Jackie.
Let's get into this thing down there in Miami. Started it a little slow, back and forth, some punts going on. But we strike early with a 10-play drive.
Division
it ends in a Sony TD. Follow that up. Steve-O misses a 49-yarder, but still up in this one. Then get back into it. We mentioned this earlier. AB getting on the board where, he had 8 targets in this game. It was clear Tom was really trying to get him involved in the game plan and
I think first
get him going.
3 passes.
Yeah, just like Jules you were getting doubled like pretty much all day. So it was just like
Flo. Remember Flo would do that?
Yeah, just pick a guy to double.
No, he wouldn't let me catch the ball.
Yeah.
I remember this.
We had some
freaking
jet
B-Flow.
sweeps early
Yeah.
in the game. I saw that. That's a good thing about a Josh McDaniels offense too, is he's very in tune to like how positions are doing. And that's kind of a breather play for O-line. So
It's a breather play, but it's also an examination play because you're examining that defensive end prior to this whole thing happening. If those ends are getting wide, or getting down, making those plays, then they'll hit you with that sweep to make them honest. Keep them honest.
But that AB drive, 11 plays over 6 minutes, that 20-yard pass from Tom to AB. And that was one of those moments, like a where were you touchdown of like, this is going to be something special. Like, oh my gosh.
People
Jumping
don't
into the
realize, though,
crowd.
11 plays in this weather in September.
I can't even imagine.
I mean, that's pretty impressive to have 11 play, well thought out, well executed drive in the second week of the season, mind you, against a division rival.
that's one thing that stood out to me was the well executed hat on a hat, get the ball downhill is the 2 fundamentals of his run offense. And so but you can tell towards like once you get into the second half of the film, I mean, guys are hurting.
Now, do you remember halftime of this game?
No, I remember I took off my elbow sleeves because they were too wet. That was like the main thing. Yeah.
I remember going in and yelling at Ted, I need calories now. Because it was so
Harper,
fucking...
Ted Harper,
Ted
yeah,
Harper.
yeah.
What kind of in-game calories are you
Yeah, what are we
talking?
doing
He's
halftime?
giving you they have like these bars, honey, pickle,
What was that drink? The slimy
electrolyte shake. What was it?
you remember the one that
cram juice.
No, but the one that would clump at the bottom that everyone took.
UCAN.
UCAN.
I would take
UCAN, yeah.
You can't. I don't know that one.
It's a slow digesting carbohydrate mix that they have that they actually started giving to like kids or people that are diabetic.
Oh, wow.
So your blood levels can go throughout the whole day.
Wow.
Comes
So
in
it's a
handy
good
down
way
there.
for you to hold calories for a long time.
Interesting.
Guys would take it for it's like this like carbohydrate. Basically, it's like cornstarch.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, it was
Thick,
They-
goopy.
it was
Definitely
very
sounds
thick.
clumpy.
It was
Man.
disgusting.
it would clump at the bottom.
Oh man, you got to shake that bad boy. But it was 5 Miami punts in the first half. The defense was flying around. Miami couldn't get anything going. Up 13-0 at the half. Second half is when this thing really starts to open up, courtesy of the defense as well. Fitzmagic interception leads to a Steve-O field goal. Then we come back with a 5-minute drive, capped off by a nice Brady QB sneak TD. Gotta love that as an O-lineman, baby. Ted, can you tell? Like, I know it's been well documented, but like, what makes Tom so good at that sneak?
Well, we've talked about it all day, how
I know.
big he is
Yep.
and just how long, his willingness to do it. And we practiced it. I mean, there was a big, when you get up to the ball, he would give you a 10-10 or 11-11 and where he wanted you to go at center. So obviously 11 to the left.
What would Scar say in the meeting?
I mean, we just got to try to,
When our guys going in the jaws of death.
I mean,
you call it the jaws of death.
yeah, and it's a sellout play. Basically, we got to try to get one double team, wedge blocking type scenario, and then Tom was good at just finding the soft spot. And if you watch that one too, Miami was totally unprepared for that. We were on the one, and they had basically two techniques, so head up on the guard. So that's an easy
Get in.
That's an
Get
easy
2 yards on that.
Give me
Because what
that.
Tom would do would be like we would call a goal line play,
And he would just go,
but then he would say
Dog.
Scooby Doo.
yeah.
So that would be like, oh hey, if the sneak is open, I'm just gonna go dog blue go, and then so that would be
So it's situational QB sneaking.
yeah.
Ooh,
so I think
I like
probably on
that.
that one we had like some type of goal line force play, and then
And he was so successful because he would run it to like the right look. He wouldn't run it on a like for example, you look at the Bills last year in the division, or was it divisional against
Chiefs.
the Chiefs, where they
Yeah,
ran
that fourth down.
the freaking tush push. Like they had everyone and their mother
Yeah.
in the A gaps there. You got to get that outside somehow.
it's a feel thing.
It's a feel
It's
thing.
a feel, but I think it was rarely called in the huddle in New England.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, does the
Always
whole line
feel.
know that, or is it just like you
Well,
and
Scooby
him?
Doo's automatic.
Scooby Doo's automatic.
So if he thought a lot of the times that he could even do it because he saw it throughout the game,
Yeah.
he would probably go call game. He would call play, and then he would look at the lineman, Scooby Doo, on the way out.
On the going. Okay.
going to the line.
Yeah.
Sometimes we wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Like receivers don't have to know because we're going on a ball anyways.
Like you can see a lot of the sneaks, like the back still takes his steps for the track that he was
Yeah.
taking. Yeah.
Wow.
So that he's getting them.
Now, what's your thought on the tush push?
So I'm glad we didn't outlaw it. I think that, I wouldn't particularly love to be the center in that all the time. But knock on wood for everyone, it's not nothing's bad happened. So you're just at the bottom of a lot of pile. I think that the Eagles have obviously done it best. I think what proves that it shouldn't have been banned is that other teams have tried to do it without success. So obviously this is something that they're scheming and practicing that have the best success. And they have, if you watch them do it too, I mean, you got the tackles kind of like fold back in too. Like Jordan Mailata is like drop stepping and coming in and putting his weight into it. And that's a big man.
Yeah, he's big. He's rugby. Was he rugby guy?
Rugby player, yeah. So and
Fucking
then when your
Australian.
QB squats
No
600
scrums.
pounds.
Those guys, that's what that guy does.
That's an advantage. Yeah. When your QB squats that much.
With like the copycat nature of the league too, Ted, is there like when you see it working so well, like
you
early
can't
on?
copy.
I know, but like, was there talk in your like the O-line room in Cincy, like, let's put this in, let's try it in practice or anything?
No, not with us. I don't think that's something that, if we're honest about who we are, that
Right.
we want to, But, it's great for the Eagles. Other teams have tried it I think the percentage outside of the Eagles is fairly low.
I was going to say, seems like everything I've seen.
Well,
So
people don't realize that's a violent pile, and you don't want to put your highest paid guy in that pile a lot.
No.
Like Tom, he's gotten hurt on a QB sneak before. I think he hurt something, but not
Mahomes
enough
too?
to make him get out.
Mahomes, yep.
Mahomes,
Seattle, maybe? Was that Seattle? On
think.
the goal line?
Remember, didn't he
2016?
like bang something up?
Yeah.
That
Because
sounds
Gronk got hurt that game too in 2016.
Yeah, that's when he hit the back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, with Earl
With
Thomas.
Earl Thomas, yeah.
Yeah.
That little torpedo.
From a game perspective here, we flash forward to the fourth quarter. This is when it really starts to open wide up. The Fitzmagic wears off, and he does sort of the Fitzmagic thing of back-to-back pick sixes, Gilly with a 54-yarder, and then Jamie Collins with a 69-yarder. Nice. Man, wouldn't have we just got to talk about the Jamie Collins athleticism. Dude's insane.
He's a monster.
Monster. I mean, I credit him with the reason I made the team as a rookie. I mean, first two plays of hitting in camp 2016, he ended two careers of guys in front of me. Yeah, I mean, it was two good players too, Brian Stork and
Super Bowl winning
and,
center.
Jonathan
Vero
Cooper.
Beach.
It was two plays in a row, literally, and they're like, "Who's next?" So they send me in, and then they call one back power, and I'm pulling for Jamie Collins. I'm like, "Oh, here we go. Let's see what happens." And luckily, the way they fit it was they brought Chung in to fit the B gap. So I ended up having Pat Chung, had a good block on Chung, and we sprung like a 10-yard gain, and that was how I started.
Fucking Jamie.
Shout out Jamie in a weird way.
Yeah.
Shout out Jamie. Now,
Shout out Brian Stork too. What a great guy.
He was
Dude,
a great
legend.
What
great
showed me the
teammate.
ropes. I mean, I think about him a lot when I think about how a veteran should treat a young guy coming in the league.
Respect.
Yeah.
One of those great Florida State offensive linemen.
Yeah, from Vero Beach. Shout out.
Fucking Storky, man.
Wildcat too, man. Yeah, fun times.
He was fun. Florida
Fun.
State, man. Thing is, he only played with us for like 2 years.
Yeah, he
wild.
Like, it was
concussions.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like he
concussions.
came in as a rookie and did what DA did. Like he came in, played. We needed him. Fucking, we won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then boom, just like that's how sacred the game is.
I think he's coaching now. I think he's at
he's
Southern
probably
Miss.
damn good coach too, probably I bet, because he loves the game.
He does. He's a good man.
He hits us up on Twitter sometimes. He's ahead.
Old Storky.
He was coaching tight ends at East Tennessee State.
Let's go, Stork. Let's
Southern
get your
Miss before
footwork
that,
up there,
yeah.
Bubs.
Man,
He looks good too. Now, have you seen him?
I haven't seen him in a
No,
while.
he's leaned up.
You know,
Dang, he's looking studly.
you see, I look at this Fitzmagic game, and then we played him later in the season, last week of the year, and he was fucking dialed.
Devontae
I
Parker,
remember
too.
he had a couple of those games against us where he was
Oh,
dialed.
yeah.
I think he was with Buffalo one time.
Jets.
Jets.
Could have been with the Jets one time. Like he kind of knew how to play us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you take the good with the bad and the fiery and the streaky with the cold and the, like, I don't know.
I've
The
heard
ultimate teammate too, man. He had the respect of everyone in the building always, and he'd sling it around, as you can see. I mean, that was probably the biggest knock on him was
Is that Stork?
that Stork.
Holy shit. I didn't even recognize him.
Man's got the jawline all defined and everything. And a sweet feet touchdown would put the nail in the coffin in this one, 43-0. And before we wrap this one up, that's sort of lives on in internet lore from this photo we can see right here on our rundown of the bench with Josh Gordon, AB, Jules, and Dorsett is kind of like it's still referenced as like, man, can't believe how good we had it kind of thing.
Epic picture.
Epic picture that still
picture.
floats around.
That James White touchdown was an untouched screen too, by the way. If you was watching it, literally, everyone's so tired, and we call a screen, and we're all like, shit. But it's me, Shaq, and James Ferentz go out. Literally all three of us, and there's not a Dolphin in sight. And James just literally like jogs into the end zone. Then it's over. That was the last play of the game. It was a great way to end it.
Yes.
Yeah.
A dolphin in
Because you can
sight.
see, like, my running gait is like I'm barely can get my feet up. I'm just like so tired.
The year before this, we got to remember this team, I think, didn't win a game. Was it the year before this?
What, the Dolphins?
Yeah, I didn't.
No, they beat
They
us
did
in the Miami
Miracle
Miracle.
in Miami.
Oh,
Yeah.
Miami, the year before that.
Let me look. 2017.
2017, I thought they were all right because we lost
Maybe-
Monday Night Football to them.
Damn. Maybe I'm
They were
tripping.
6-10 in 2017.
When was the year where they didn't almost win a game? It was
That was like with like Cam Cameron or somebody maybe.
what
I
year?
mean, or Sperano. Let me look.
No, I thought
Hold
they
on.
would. Didn't they go dormant for a while? And they came in the back end of the season where they started 0 something.
Well,
for,
we would always give them a win.
yeah, I know.
They were always like in that like purgatory 8-8 world.
But there was a time in my career where they went to the playoffs. I think we played them in the playoffs once.
07, 1-15.
Yeah,
Cam
15.
Cameron.
07.
Or remember 2016, we beat them in Miami. That was the Michael Floyd crackback.
Yes.
Oh, that was all
Touchdown,
time.
yeah.
And that was like kind of like the spark of that team, I feel.
Yes. No, that was.
we talked about that week, 2016, like we always knew we lost in Miami.
Yeah.
We talked about it. We were trying to get our feet going for the playoffs. We hadn't been playing very well, I don't think, going into that. There was like
2016, we were 14-2, so we were all right.
but I'm talking about as far as execution and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, some of the worst Mondays in New England were like after like a big decisive victory.
Yeah. No, those were the worst because he had to bring us down.
Yeah.
He had to bring us down.
I remember that game because we killed them, and then I went in, because I would go in garbage time, right guard, and I like made Ndamukong Suh my enemy because we called like an outside zone, and Scar was always like, if you don't even try and throw and cut, like it's a misassignment. So he's like on me. I'm like, fuck, it's garbage time. I'm gonna try and cut him, and then just hated me ever since because we were up 3 touchdowns. I'm throwing a cut. But I told him to his face, I was like, dude, I'd get a minus. You didn't even go down.
that's not a guy you want to get on the wrong
No, I
side.
know.
of.
my gosh.
Did you have to battle him after that?
Battle. Oh yeah, a few times. He's a really good player.
Who's a D tackle that you know you have to bring your A game for? Or
I mean, so I say the obvious ones like Aaron Donald, and Ndamukong Suh, especially early in my career. And Ndamukong Suh was just so much stronger than me. That's the first time I really felt that. I would say like like kind of less known guys. I think Trey Flowers was so good at that zero.
He's long and leveragey.
Yeah, he would grab like the back of your pads.
Yeah.
His arms were so long.
No, his arms are insanely long. And he's a weird shape for a D tackle.
Yeah.
Like usually D tackles aren't like, he's like not fat or big. He's like built long, like, and just like skinny almost, but he also has the power of a
very
short.
strong. I think a guy who just signed in Cleveland that I've been playing against since I was 19 years old, Malik Collins out of Nebraska. He's had a great career. Very, probably less known than he should be as far as a D tackle. There's a lot of good guys. Everyone in the league. Everyone's got a good D line.
Yeah.
You go play these bad teams. Receivers are chilling, about to go off, and the O line is stressed out of their minds.
I know.
So this Dolphins Patriots is kind of an interdivision rivalry. It seems like the AFC North, it seems all the teams have rivals with each other. Is there like more, like, could you rank the rivalries of NFC North teams against the Bengals?
So our division, I would say, obviously the Ravens, just because they're the best. Cleveland, all of us, yeah. It's like the same situation. We hate Pittsburgh, hate Cleveland, and Baltimore's good. We hate them too. So it's, an AFC North is I think a really good division, especially because we're kind of unique in our offense where we get the least amount of base. But if you watch an AFC North game, it's base defense out there all the time. And even
base meaning
so the Pittsburgh plays 3-4. So instead of like 4-2 nickel, they'll be in 3-4 personnel.
So they have more linebacker. They have less DBs.
Less DBs.
DBs. Usually, you bring in, you trade a linebacker for a
nickel.
A defensive back. That's a nickel defense.
Like a half and half.
Bigger
guy.
people on the field.
And Pittsburgh will even just say, especially like early in the game,
they don't care.
They'll just play base. They'll just don't match. So it's like, so it kind of checkmates you out of if you wanted to run any nickel runs, now they're kind of checkmating you into passing it with 5 1-on-1s. Smart strategy.
Let's grade this game. What's the legacy of this game, though? What's the aftermath of this? We go on. Let's hit the aftermath real quick, Jackie.
AB gets cut September 20th. Off-field issues, the stuff going on from sending those texts, whatever happened inside the facility.
Regardless, he got cut.
He got cut. Miami went 5-11, missed the playoffs, but they would upset the Patriots in Week 17. The Devontae Parker game, he had like 137 yards. Fitzmagic threw for 320. That knocks the Patriots out of getting a first-round bye, which then would lead us to get the 3 seed, lose to Tennessee, Mike Vrabel at home. That would be Tom's last game as a Patriot. That was a bummer. Brady and Gronk teams up in Tampa in 2020. And AB eventually comes there. Ted, we talked about this a little bit earlier, would go on to sign with Miami the next year, then return to New England in 2021, then sign with Cincy in 2022. And the B-Flow era would come to an end in Miami after the 2022 season.
Ted, as a guy who you mentioned earlier is like kind of like single-year contracts, one-year deals, to finally get a little bit more stability and consistency with the contract from Cincinnati, how did that feel for you as just like a football player in that part of your career?
I'm so grateful to Zach Taylor, the Brown family, Blackburn family, that they trusted in me and gave me another year on top of it. I've been, hopefully I'll be a captain again, it'll be my 4th year as captain. I'm very, very grateful to Cincinnati. I love the fans. I love the city, the people. Obviously, my teammates are great. It's so fun to be, kind of an older guy now that people look to. Like this time, I was looking up to Jules and a lot of the great leaders in New England. And, we need to do something. We had a great spring, and it'll be, they've never won a championship. That was one of the, big factors, not big factors, but a factor in why I wanted to sign there, because I think the city would absolutely explode. And that's our goal.
Well, we're rooting for you for sure. Bengals are always a fun team.
Always do.
Always love it.
Dropped your name on Fox a few times.
You have.
I have.
You have.
Let's name the game. These are a group of names that we came up with. If you have a name that you came up with, Teddy K, we could use that. But we came up with the AB game, the what could have been game, the B-Flow Bowl, or the Miami Massacre.
I think you just need to preface the AB. It's the Antonio Brown in New England game, because it was the only one.
Yes. Only one.
It was the only
Singular.
one.
the Antonio Brown in New England game. Let's score the game. Is this the greatest game of all time? Let's score it. Week 2, 2019, Patriots versus Dolphins. Teddy K, the stakes of this Week 2 game, 0 to 10 decimals okay.
0 to 10. We'll give it a 6.
I'm going to go,
That's an integrity score.
I mean, it is a division game, so I'll go 5. 4-1, Kyler? You're such a...
I had a 5-6, so we're in the same region.
Had a
We're all the
4-1.
same. The star power of this game, 0 to 10 decimals okay. Teddy K in the stadium, on the field, player versus player, coach versus coach, whatever you think the star power.
Well, I think Miami automatically adds a star just being in Miami. But I think that picture alone, that, you know, the epic picture of everyone on the sideline, I mean, I'm going to go 8-8.
Oh, I
That's
like
a good
that.
score. Good score. You know, if that picture had Gronk in there, it'd be a great picture.
Yeah.
But it didn't. So I'm gonna go with the 7-6.
Respect. I also win a 7-6.
I'm going high though. I gotta
Let's
like
go,
tone
baby.
down my
Nice.
score.
This is your game. This is your game.
Not a 7.2.
The gameplay, Teddy K, of this game, 0 to 10 decimals okay.
Well, I think that, you know, I only got the game ball from Bill 3 times, and this was one of them. So and we won 43-0, slaughtering. High execution, QB sneak touchdown, screen touchdown, 2 defensive scores. Let's go 8-3.
8-3.
I like that.
What goes into getting a game ball?
I'm not really sure, but I mean, I played pretty good in this one. You know, I was never like, you know, I wasn't like a, you know, Dave would get a lot of game balls. Dave Andrews, I mean, I used to like start teasing him. I'm like, come on, this guy gets another one. But, you know, he was Bill's guy. I don't think Bill would ever have considered me his guy. But, I don't know, just playing good. I think, you know, so a lot of times too with Bill, it would be like a reward of like a good month of consistency of work, or if you did something really special. But for
Or if you
O-linemen-
practiced well.
yeah, if you practice well. I got a lot of scout team players of the week. I'll tell you that.
Let's go. Black jersey.
Black jersey.
Get a black
Rack
jersey.
'em up, baby.
Wait, what is it? If you're the scout team player of the week,
You
you wear
get black jersey in that
Yeah.
week's practice.
That's sick. You get to keep the jersey, you just wear it.
You
It's just
wear-
in your locker.
It's just in your
It's just
locker.
in your locker.
Yeah. For me, gameplay, blowout, 7-2.
I won the 5-9.
At a 5.1.
5-1. The name of the game, the Antonio Brown game, or the Antonio in New England game.
There's no mistaking it. There was only one.
There's only one.
The
It's a no nonsense game. I don't think it's flashy. You know, you're not putting it on a T-shirt. We'll go.
We should make
It's-
T-shirts of that.
It's descriptive. We'll go 5-2.
5-2. I like that level.
We gotta make that
does this-
T-shirt.
Does this game get on a
I'm gonna
T-shirt?
make it a T-shirt. I'm making this a T-shirt now, and it'll be the highest scoring one. We're gonna give it to your foundation. Let's go. Name of the game. I mean, what could have been? It could have been. We could have got another one if we would have stayed in. The ABNE game.
That's catchy now. That's the A, B, and NE.
tighter.
Like,
Like
that's
We're going to change that.
I like that we're workshopping here, brainstorming.
Well, then I gotta go 7-2.
Strong.
Feels high.
I win 6-9. We're in the same ballpark.
I went 2-3 just because
Russian judge.
someone's got to have some integrity. 6.25.
Let's see where we rank out.
Or is this ranking out?
That puts 6.25. It is our new 87th game, just behind the Manning 7 2013 Week 1 Broncos versus Ravens, and just ahead of Gilbert Arenas' 60-point game.
I think that's a very appropriate place
You
to put it.
87, shout out
because
Gronk.
the weeks. You see where the weeks are?
Yeah.
Week 2, week 1.
I like
You know
it.
what I mean?
In good
60
company.
point game. We're that was insane. The game though, Gilbert.
Oh, this is great data, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. And you know what? You said what was the greatest game of all time?
Yeah.
We agree.
Yes.
That's so far.
So far.
Ted Noseball.
That was a great episode. The Super Blood Wolf Moon.
That was
Ernie's
fun.
incredible.
Yeah.
Do you have any Ernie moments?
So Ernie was so great to me. Like, I love the fact that we had a person like that. I mean, so unique. And he would just, his main contributions to me, the main rule that he made me know was that if it's like really rainy and we're not down on the clock, the center is allowed to tell the refs to switch the ball out.
Okay.
Yeah. So he would always tell me if it's raining, like, hey, just make sure you take a peek at the clock and you can get a new ball if it's going to cause a problem for you. Because that's the most important thing you have to do is deliver the ball.
Ernie Nugget.
Ernie Nugget, man.
Ernie Nugget.
I love it.
He's so great.
God, that heirloom tomato.
They're in season.
Every day.
Little salt, little pep. Or just pep.
Just pep.
Just pep. All right.
What a great dresser, in my opinion.
Honestly.
Shout out Madras.
Classic menswear, yeah. Looks like a New England gentleman.
I remember when I think I was like in my 4th year. And he's been wearing that same coat
Oh, yeah.
since it came out.
Since him and Bill played at Wesleyan together.
Yeah.
Phillips Andover.
Oh, let's
And that coat was starting to come back in like that season of fashion. I go, Ernie, dude, you know that coat? It's like back. He looked at me. He goes, it never went away. What other stories do you have? Do we have any other good stories before we let you go?
Of New England?
Yeah.
Or anywhere.
Oh, we've covered a lot. Just trying to think, man. Those are some good times, man. Great people, great teams. We didn't even talk about Matt Slater at all.
Oh my
I
gosh.
feel remiss if I didn't at least mention his name.
Give me a Matthew
Slater?
something. Slate dog.
Well, I
the
think
captain.
my take is obviously, the Patriots Hall of Fame is getting crowded, and so is the NFL with Patriots, but he is undoubtedly in both, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No one's had more accolades as a.
There hasn't been
special
that many
teamer.
Patriots in the Hall of Fame, though.
Well, they're coming soon. They better put some in soon because
We'll
we
see.
got. I know, but they better. Because it ran the league for 2 decades. So the thing about Slate was he's probably the least controversial of any of the guys that were.
Anyone.
Yeah, anyone. So there's not like a Slate did something story. It's just
It's just the Slate touch.
the Slate. Yeah.
He's like he's like honestly one of the best teammates, the best teammate, because he could read you, and in his job at probably the time when you were there, a lot of his job was like as a leader of the team would be to like scan the locker room, and if a guy was down, he knew how to pick him up. He knew how to remind guys certain things, and he was just a great shoulder.
A grown man.
A
grown man, and a guy, like, the thing that stood out about Slate too, and that I try to carry in too, is like he was a 10-year vet, but like going as hard as he possibly could, like just balls to the wall every single day, and that's like what you have to do to win. But there's not like a funny Slates. I mean, I don't have like a yeah.
We've already said the funny ones are the ones when early in his career when he would like he messed around and said like shit once.
Yeah.
That was like the funniest. Any funny lineman stories
Oh, gosh,
from New England?
I guess we can just like shout out. We've already talked about him, but Dave Andrews, legend. Congrats on a great career. Absolutely one of the men I respect the most. Joe Tooney. Hopefully you can get him on here one time.
got it.
Awesome.
I always tell everyone, is he not like one of the most world interesting men?
Oh man, he's in one of my
You're
best
in that
friends.
category too, where you guys have like book club and like crazy travel club.
But Joe is very, very smart and obviously an extreme athlete too. And I hope he comes on. I think he'd pick a really cool game.
He
too.
would.
Yeah. And you just go down the list though. I mean, Marcus Cannon, Nate Solder. Just don't want to be remiss of miss anyone. Shaq Mason. James Ferentz coaching O-line in New York now.
Is he?
Yep.
Shout out.
Coach Ferentz.
Coach Ferentz.
Well, his brother coached me
Oh yeah.
my rookie year.
Oh yeah.
Well, he was a tight ends coach, but I loved him. He always kind of looked out. What about the Bengals? Who's the Bengals prankster?
The prankster?
Is there a prankster?
Gosh, I'd bring the energy a lot.
Who's the team asshole?
The team, Trey Henderson.
Who was the team asshole in New England when you were there?
Gosh, asshole. I mean, we didn't have a lot of assholes. I mean, you would yell at us.
Yeah.
Tom would yell at us. I think the thing about New England is you didn't have a lot of time to just. be an asshole to people. You got to worry about yourself. The existential dread of walking into Gillette Stadium every day. Like, am I going to get fired today? Maybe.
Or
I better have a good practice. I'll tell you that.
Gotta have a good practice.
I better have a good practice. I've been pulled aside about 3 separate occasions in my early career. Hey, Ted, you better have a good practice today. What does that mean? You might be fired.
I've had them too.
Yeah.
Had them too. Well, Teddy, did we miss anything from this game?
No, thank you guys so much. This has been awesome, man.
Man, everyone go check them out this year with the Cincinnati Bengals. They call them the Bengals, right? In Cincinnati, don't the Bengals people call them Bengals? Like
Maybe on the west side. Yeah.
The west side of Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Is that like the Kentucky side?
No, it's just a unique old side of a very, a lot of tradition. A lot of people have been there. Families have been there hundreds of years.
Get them Bengals. And then everyone go out and check out the Cincy Hat Project at cincyhatproject.com. Check out Teddy K on IG, Teddy_K_75 on IG. Unbelievable to see you. One of my favorite teammates. It's been awesome watching your career through your journey of going to other teams, getting to play the game that we love so very much. And it's been fun watching you grow up. And I'm so happy that you're still doing it. So happy you became a father. You're probably a great father. We'll catch up more after this. But thanks for coming on, Teddy.
Thank you. Big fan of the show. Love you, man.
Love you, bro. Man, that was awesome.
Dude, Teddy's the best.
Not even trying to speak with hyperbole here. One of the nicest, coolest dudes we've ever, just in general. What a guy. Ted is the man.
Very smart guy.
He really is.
Yeah.
All linemen are pretty smart guys.
Gives these cool hats.
He's insane.
Cincy hats.
He snapped with these, bro. Not even a Cincy guy, and I love this thing.
All to great cause, too. He's such a good dude. I'm excited for him to be a dad. And I'm excited that he's like he said with the Grunt story. Like he's a 10-year vet.
Yeah.
Grunts don't be 10 years.
Mm-mm.
Teddy K did.
He
And
keeps
he's
that
still
chip on
going.
his
He
shoulder the
feels
whole
good.
time.
He said he doesn't have that much threat. His first couple years, he didn't have that much tread taken off. So, man, it's he's just. It'll be exciting to see what he does after football because he's so smart.
Oh my God, he's already whatever it is, he'll excel. I just know it.
We're not even there yet.
We're not even there yet.
We're on to Cincinnati.
We're on to Cincinnati.
Shout out to the CincyHat.com benefiting the village of Marici. Like they just do incredible work, and they're dope hats.
Dope hats.
Nothing like making a cool product that benefits something and goes to a good cause. But one quick thing before we wrap this thing up. Gotta shout out Ted. We didn't have time to talk about it, but I gotta put some shine on him. The 2021 winner of the Harry Aganis Most Outstanding Athlete Award from the American Hellenic Educational Progressive Association.
That's Greeks, right?
Yes, that's Greek.
He told us about that.
He's Greek?
And the winner before Ted, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He said that too, I think.
Yeah, we didn't say it on air though.
Oh, we didn't say it on air.
We were chilling afterwards.
Harry Aganis. He's
Harry
the
Aganis,
namesake
BU.
of
I
Aganis
didn't
Arena.
realize he was Greek. Karras? Probably
Yeah,
pretty.
that tracks now that you say that.
Shout out to I had to put some shine on him, man, and stand up for the when you win an award like that, gotta put some shine on it.
And then if there's anything Greek, we always got to bring up Kudavides.
So
The
I don't know if we
Lavantier.
talked about it, but we got to meet Kudavides.
You met
I
Nico
met him.
Kudavides?
Yeah, at Gronk's birthday
I don't
party.
believe. No one meets Nico Kudavides unless you're in the inner thigh circle.
At the Gronk birthday party, and he
Birthday dinner.
birthday dinner, and he was saying he does not want to do the show because his stories are for you guys, but he did give me some notes on things that we should talk about in the future. I'm not going to say them here because I don't know if we can talk about them in the future, but so those Nico Kudavides stories are going to stay lore,
One of the best.
which I loved and hated at the same time. Like the fan of you guys and the Patriots lore, I was like, this is awesome. Thank you for not like keeping them your stories, but as a producer of a show that does well with stories, I'm like, fuck you, Nico. I not you on the show.
Yeah.
Either way, respect.
Cool guy.
Well,
Can I do one quick games with Nuthouse lore?
Yeah.
So we shot a Nerf commercial with Teddy back in 2019 on YouTube. I don't know if it's listed or not. And it happened to be Jack's very first day working for what was then Coast Productions, now Nuthouse.
That's right.
Jack, what did you do on that day?
That day, we were over at Red Sky Studios, baby. That is in
Alston.
Mass.
Alston, Mass, stand up.
You can see the Celtics, the the training center across the highway there. I was on set. I was scrambling around like you wouldn't believe, picking up darts, hands and knees, sweeping them up, loading the blasters back up, handing them to Jules. I was I was all over the place. Dart boy. Speaking of, Ted said he was a grunt. I was a grunt that day.
Jack was a grunt.
Grunt all day, baby.
Picking up.
Are you the Teddy
Nerf
Karras
darts.
of the podcast
I might
world?
be. I just remember meeting Ted the first day. First day on the job, met Ted, and then comes full circle. Today is actually my last day, and I met Ted. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Many more. Awesome. But it was awesome. Yeah, Kyler was directing that thing. You were acting in it. Chase Winovich.
Fucking Winnie.
Winnow was in it. Man, we had some good Teresa's Market
For
lunch.
Yeah.
I still remember the catering.
Yeah. Shout out
That's
Lance.
how you know it's
too.
good.
Lance was there.
That was
remember
some
it.
awesome lore.
Teresa's Market.
Right?
That's my spot. We had a whole conversation about our time in Boston last time.
It's a good spot. I like
Great.
it.
I like shout out.
You know what?
Kyler put me on.
I went back to Boston recently, and I've been low key hating on the food.
A little bit better.
I ordered, not the food. I always hate on the Asian food there, usually, just because I had bad experiences and
Yeah.
ordered from some random spot, and it was lights out.
Really?
Forgot the name.
Gotta look that up. Check the DoorDash orders.
I gotta check I gotta check or the whatever we're sponsored by order.
Yeah.
But yeah, the food has been kind of slapping in Boston.
We got some great
That place
Italian
you
too.
took us to was very good.
Oh, Reno's.
Yeah,
Reno's
so
all
good.
timer.
Yeah, it took we had to go
Over
to
in Eastie. I wish
I
Nuthouse
could
to
have
Reno's.
eaten more.
Well, I think we talk about Reno's like 6 or 7 times in this
Yeah.
place. I gotta take the team. I think they got the best lobster ravioli in fucking Boston.
That's
I
right.
like what was like the pesto
The
chicken thing?
No, that was the pesto eggplant.
Oh, that was incredible.
That was so good.
That
Although
was
the
so
gnocchi
good.
was really good too. It was all fucking great.
Oh, the meat sauce, the bolognese, marron. Mitch and I, we shared a bottle of white wine. It was lovely.
Good bruschetta.
Oh, yeah, really good.
All right, it's time for the Chill Zone, brought to you by Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/GWN. Celebrate responsibly. I do that to my daughter all the time. I just start singing shit, so she'll start listening. Because you just start singing to them and they listen.
That should be in the parents' book. None of this count to 3 and sing, baby.
All right, what are we doing today? Today we're hitting the comment section.
We're hitting the comment section, the best or the worst place on the internet. Today, we're finding some gems in there. Some
Let's go.
questions that you left us, some comments you've been leaving us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, you name it. We went through there. We found some good ones. Keep them coming. We wanted to keep doing this, and we love chatting with you any way possible, whether it's the voicemail, the comment section, the DMs. We love the feedback, and this is fun. We haven't done this in a while.
That's it.
Let's do it.
Should we get into it? You want me to read our first one off here?
Yeah.
Read them off, Bubby.
This is from Brian Kemet on YouTube. I'd love a segment on any, quote, dangerous things players aren't allowed to do while under NFL contract, either in season or out of season, like ride a motorcycle.
Well, they can specifically negotiate, or they can specifically put in things like motorcycle if they know that person is a motorcycle driver. But they have one thing that covers everything. If you get hurt doing something other than football, you could lose your money.
Any
So,
other
like
physical
anything,
activity.
like, what if you
Anything.
just, like,
if you get hurt, yeah.
Shout out Dustin Penner.
So like skiing, parachuting, this, that, playing basketball.
Pickup ball.
If you get hurt, technically, they don't have to pay you.
What about training? If it's like,
See, that's where the gray area is because you're trying to better yourself for the sport. Because I've hurt myself in training, but they covered that.
okay.
But if you're gonna, you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
it's kind of a gray area unless they specifically say it in certain things in certain people's contracts. Because remember, Drew came on here and said he went skiing even though he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
You know what I mean?
So, like, in theory, you could be like, dude, skydiving's part of my training routine.
If I can't scuba, if I can't
No.
scuba, what's all this about?
Yeah, right.
Got the whole point. Okay, that's
Do
interesting.
you know of any specific instances where you came across people getting certain things like put in their contract that they can't do? Like Chris Hogan can't play lacrosse.
I don't. No one talked about that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, like maybe JPP, no firecrackers.
4th of July, the GM calls him up.
We
What
might
are
have
you
to cut
doing
that.
over there, JPP? What's on tap for today?
Man, it's so I get so scared whenever I light the fireworks now,
Bro.
because of that.
Fireworks are dangerous, man.
And my dad used to say it all the time: blow your fingers right off,
Frank was right.
and it will.
Oh my God. Stick to the sparklers.
Sparklers.
It's safe for all. You want to get into the next one?
Next one.
From
Sorry, I
at-
don't know the danger stuff.
I know. We love
Can't
danger.
do anything because if
Danger
you get
is my
hurt,
business.
I'm not going to blow up anyone's spot, but the irony of this episode.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Oh, my goodness.
What?
No, this is the Ted Karras episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, wait, because we went on a dirt bike ride.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Forgot about that.
We didn't go on a dirt. It was like we were on Super 73s.
It was a simulation. It was like a.
Travis Pastrana backflips.
Yeah, right.
I'm just
Boy,
kidding.
did he not know how to drive it.
Oh, my goodness.
That's surprising to me.
Nothing like some good old peer
He
pressure.
lied too. Yeah, ride dirt bikes. You see, he treats me like an older brother or something, or like, you know,
He was
he's
very
like,
nervous about peer pressure coming here.
yeah, I know.
I will not put into Julian's peer pressure.
He folded like a lawn chair. Next, we have a YouTube comment question from Jelly899. Do you get paid extra for appearing in the TV network's pregame hype videos like they have leading up to the Super Bowl or other big games?
What do you mean?
Like when you're like in uniform, like holding a ball on like Sunday Night Football, and you're like,
No.
oh, I'm looking cool.
No,
Does that happen before the game, or does that happen at the beginning of the season?
that happens usually the week you're still at your home stadium. So NFL
For the Super Bowl.
For the Super Bowl. Right when you get to the Super Bowl, you get there a week early. You have like a day dedicated for certain guys to go do media obligations for the networks.
That's just like a green screen, like in a room.
It's like a
down in the
green
bowels of the
screen.
stadium.
They'll bring in a group of guys. We do it preseason for our team individual stadium stuff
Yeah.
and like what our team uses. And then you kind of do that same thing, but for the network, whoever's hosting it, and the NFL that week. So you do that before the week. You don't get paid extra. That's part of your
You have to do
contract.
it. Now, what about for just like a regular like Sunday Night Football? Because they do some media stuff for that too. Is that beginning of the year?
That's beginning of the year.
And like NBC will come in and shoot with some people?
No, you do like our team. I think our team's production will take
Stuff for NBC.
for
and
NBC,
CBS
for
wants some
CBS,
stuff.
for Fox.
Because they know the schedule ahead of
That's
time.
your schedule.
That's your media day.
Yeah, because you do it
Okay.
like four different. You do it for like different things.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's all pre.
I always like seeing in that when there's a guy that like his drip will be a little different than it would be like on field.
So you can always tell who didn't go to those days because they have the same one from the year before. They just you look at Brady. I think his was from like 8 years ago. He had to finally do new ones when he went to Tampa, but
What about the old like Monday Night Football where it's like you just like it's the cutout and you say your name, you say where you're from.
Rand University.
yeah, you do that day.
You do
Oh,
that
before
day.
the
You
season.
did
Yeah.
before the season.
Oh wow! So you got to play in your joke high school like
Yeah,
pretty
you're
early.
cool.
Yeah, you
Woodside.
gotta go early with it.
You say Kent State.
I
say
gave
Woodside?
a couple. I said college. I never used them though. I never thought about it going into like I was thinking about the team we were playing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But like, I never thought about it. Where I think I did College of San Mateo for one.
Cool.
Kent State, and then I just did like Redwood City. Then I just did one that said Taike Mate.
What's that?
I think it's like fight till death in like either Samoan or.
So cool.
But it was something we all used to say at our football teams back in the Bay. We would be like Taike Mate.
I love that callback.
So like we made it kind of like a figure of speech. Like you're part of Taike Mate.
That's tight.
Wow. And there was there anyone being like, "What the fuck is that?" Just say your goddamn
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, the guy behind.
Yeah, the guy behind.
Can you just say Kent State, asshole?
No, you do Kent State last.
Yeah, you do give him the straight line one last.
Yeah, you go.
The Kent State University.
Oh, because you know they're gonna keep that. So, but you get off like 5 or 6.
Get some fun. Was like, all right, cool, slappy.
Julian Edelman, Redwood City. Julian.
Redwood City, 49ers.
It's like the guy in like picture day, the guy taking in school, and he's like, all right, like Just get the one I can show your mom and like that you'll actually
Did
buy.
you get a haircut for picture day?
That's the thing. Sometimes you'd be fully off blast. No.
Just catch you off guard.
It's like, oh, it's
Yeah,
media
like so
day.
that you go up in the locker room, you go up in the bathroom, and everyone's getting all cleaned up and stuff for the fucking stupid shit we got to do.
Oh shit, it's picture day.
Yeah, so you see guys getting all cleaned up.
It's always funny when like a guy will be in there and they show like the full body when he's like just wearing sneakers and his full jersey. Like,
Yeah,
And you guys always, like, a lot of times you don't wear pads. It looks so goofy.
yeah, it looks
yeah.
hilarious.
We didn't wear pads.
Yeah, it
and
looks
we
so-
love that because it sucks putting those pads
Oh,
on
God, I
with those
can't even
game
imagine.
jerseys.
But it looks goofy. It
It's
does look
hilarious. Should we get to another in here?
That was a good
dumb. Which
question.
one? Let's do one more.
Okay. This is a comment from a silent swag.
Also YouTube.
Also YouTube, cool username. I have a potential question. This is practice related. In any sport, practice is perfect. Are practices different on/off season, early/late season? And what exactly is practiced? Certain plays, creating a play the team/player likes. When do you merge, in quotes, wide receivers with the QB and O-line? I never played football. I'm just curious. Thank you.
So instead of doing that whole thing, 'cause that's a lot. Yes, practices are different between off season and early season, late season. I'd like you want to dive into more on when are units. When does wide receiver go to offense? Go to full team? Like, what is the differentiation there? The different periods for.
Well, it changes usually team to team, but it's all pretty much similar. Usually teams will stretch it and get a dynamic warm up as a team. Or first, usually you have 3 hours on the grass
Run us through the 3 hours in the grass as fast as you
or
can.
2 hours on the grass. There's some amount of hour. It's like 2.5 hours. It's 2.5 hours on the grass, but you can only have a certain amount of periods in a certain amount of practice time.
Okay.
So what you do is you get to the grass early and you walk through. Offense and defense will be on different fields and we'll be walking through what we're doing that specific day. If it's Wednesday, it's usually early downs, first and second downs. So we'll just say it's Wednesday. If it's Thursday, it's third downs and move the field. And Friday's red area, and it's kind of a little bit of everything, like Fast Friday. So Wednesday, you get there, you walk through your first and second downs that you just installed in the 3 hours of meetings you had before. So the coaches always say this in the front of the day, the top of the day. They'll say, hey, let's bring the classroom to the drills to the 7-on-7, the 7-on-7 to the team. And that's kind of how the practice goes. So you get in, you do your walkthrough, you walk through every kind of damn play you're probably going to do. So you're putting that in your head. It's giving you confidence. You're getting a mental walkthrough rep on a look that you're probably going to see in practice. You're cementing things into your brain through walkthrough, and it's usually like, the scout team on the other side, or it could be coaches on the other side because we're walking through, and that's where the Ernie cards come in play, where we're walking through all the plays before practice. The scout team guy will go up to the scout team, put up the card and say, hey, guys, this is it. And then the offense comes out. And then on the other field, the defense is doing the same thing, but with defense emphasized. And then you come together, and like the back 5 minutes of that, special teams get to walk through. So that day could be kickoff, return. So kickoff and kickoff return will go over their installation of what they went through the 30-hour meeting that they had before practice. And they walk through how they're going to do it. That could be a drill. That could be an emphasis on whatever the scheme is for that week. They'll do the exact plays that they're going to do in practice. Then we come together as a team. We do a dynamic warm-up stretch. And then we get then you go to after that, you have usually a offense and defense will break up. And the offense will do some kind of warm-up drill, but that emphasizes that week's game plan. So we would do a no huddle, half speed, still warming up. Quarterbacks haven't warmed up yet, but still getting stuff that we need to emphasize for that week. We'd do a walkthrough or a NASCAR of all the plays. one group would do a play, the next group would do a play, and we'd go run and still warming up. You do the bags with Coach Ivins, and you do that. And then we go and the quarterbacks warm up in one part of the offensive field. The linemen go with the linemen, usually Scar, and do what they do with their punch techniques and warm them up. They usually always had the plates. They used to warm up a lot, like actually have to do crazy shit. The running backs would go with Ives and do their warm-ups. They would do more bags and stuff. And the receivers, we would do our cone drills, our warm-up, our cuts. Coach O'Shea, usually we would start with, your get off, just a receiver stance, get off, catch ball, and then we go into a top of a curl route, a box drill where you're emphasizing out cuts. You run, there's a box, boom, 5 yards, 6 yards apart. It's not a real straining drill, but it's an emphasis drill on how you're supposed to cut at the top of your routes. And at the end of that box, you'd be on the sideline, so you'd do a sideline tap. There'd be like some sort of maybe distraction drill if we were dropping balls or something. He'd work in anything that he felt we needed to practice on. Maybe we were having a lot of in-cuts that week, so we were doing in-cut emphases. We always work on that return route because that's a kind of a tricky route that guys get fast on, like me. I would get fast on that route. And, there's a real coaching point where you stick that foot to the quarterback so you really get that weight distribution. Like, we would do the tops of those things to get us warm. And then we would, after that, that's like 10, 15 minutes. So we've already been on the field for probably like 35 minutes. Then you get a 10-minute period with the quarterbacks and you go routes on air. So you'll go through your game plan.
No defense or defense?
No defense. Defense is doing the same stuff, but for defensive stuff on the other field.
Okay.
So this is where all the skill guys kind of get together, and there could be routes on air that week because usually early down day, that's a Wednesday we're talking about. There could be some field, like big comebacks off of big play actions or something like that, first and second down. Like different routes that we're not always accustomed to running, or it could be a game plan route. We'll all have our spot, and Tom would pick our X's over here, F's over here, Z's here, running backs here. We're all together. Tom would call the play. All right, I got the X. 0 outside. He'd call his play. We'd run that, and then the other quarterbacks could hit a different guy. But Tom would pick the guy he'd want to throw to. You know what I mean? Because that was the throw he want. And we do a series of those. And then after that, we're warmed up. We had individual period. We had kind of a group period. Then a special teams period would come in, and then in between those practices, we may have had some kind of emphasis for receivers. There could have been a special screen footing or something. We'd go work with Chad and the quarterbacks. The quarterback will go work with the linemen as well to do blitz pickup. They're working on blitz schemes and stuff. There's always work within the work. So we're not technically in on period because it's special teams, but we're still working things in between. And then after that, we come together. That's when it's one-on-one period. So linemen are with the linemen. That's the first introductory to defense and offense. So you're already like six periods in. You've been getting a lather in.
Fully lathered.
This is when you need to be up because we're going one-on-ones. Receivers, DBs, they're going one-on-one. Tackles, ends, guards, tackles. Linebackers are going one-on-ones with the running backs. It's one-on-one period. You know what I mean? So, it's kind of like this usually is the kickstart to the day. How is it going to be? First one-on-ones, you got to win. Because it sets the whole tempo of the drill, and it could set the tempo for the fucking practice, because it's a competitive period. The DBs are trying to fucking stuff you, that's how our practices were, And then we do one-on-ones, and then after one-on-ones, there would be some, before that, thrown in there, one of those periods, there's like a ball security drill. So talking about what do we practice, there'd be some kind of ball security drill we'd do. There could also be an open field tackle drill that would be incorporated in those first 6 periods. But after we get to those one-on-ones, we go to 7-on-7s, and then there's like inline run with the offense and defensive line linebackers, or offense defensive line. They do their own little 7-on or 9-on-7 or whatever they do, and the skill groups would go do 7-on-7, and that would be like scripted period. We'd already walked through that before practice, right? We've already kind of done those emphases in the drills that we did that day, right? So it's all emphasizing to get to the 7-on-7. So now we're executing as a team. We warmed up on our 1-on-1s. We did all our warm-ups as a team. Now it's 7-on-7. So then we go into that. We want to have a great period, no balls on the ground. We want to win the fucking period because it carries over to the next fucking period. And then after that, we may have one, maybe two of those, but that's usually one period. And then we have like 3 teams. And then in between those, there's like special teams. Now each period goes from like 6 to like 7 minutes. So, and it's real efficient. So you're going from this stuff to that stuff to that stuff because we have only a certain amount of dedicated time that we can be on the field in our collective bargaining agreement. So when we get to those teams, it's like, all right, now we're going against. There could be one team period, or usually we're going against scout team on those periods.
11-on-11?
11-on-11, team. Scout team, defense is on one side, we're on the other. We're going against each other, right? So there's usually like 3 teams. At the end of that, we would sometimes have like a competitive period would be 1-on-1s.
Oh, nice. Best on best, baby.
Yeah, and on a Wednesday, if we were doing shitty in the red area or we were doing shitty in like third down, we would go and coach would say, fucking, all right, 1s, competitive period, third down. We would go in and we would practice third down early in the week just to get a head start on it when we know that the day is Thursday or Friday. Or we usually go over 2-minute. Wednesday was a big 2-minute. What we like to run in 2-minute at the end of practice also could help condition us. And after all the teams are done, we had special teams. There's probably like 4 or 5 special teams periods. We go and we would do like the hill like 6-7 times, 5-6 times, depending on what time of the year it was and how much we really needed. And then you come up as a team, and that's practice. Then after that you have 50 or 45 minutes to either get some food, get a little treatment, and then we go, or it could be 30 minutes. And then you go right into watching practice. You watch the whole practice.
As a team or with position group?
Coach could have 7 plays that he highlighted. Belichick, team meeting, he could have 7 plays from that practice that he highlighted, maybe in the the 1-on-1, 2 1-on-1s, 3 1-on-1s that he highlight and sit and go over on good example of what to do, bad example of what to do, coaching point that we talked about. Then he'd go into like 7-on-7s. Maybe a young guy did something good that he struggled on early. Bill would highlight, look at, good job on this. You worked hard this week. Even and when guys got called on that stuff, that like made your life. Like those practices. Like if Bill highlighted you as a young guy, that made your life.
Oh man, I can't even imagine.
Know what I mean? Then he'd jump into like, every once in a while you get a little something fun in there. Maybe like one of the coaches got hit in the head on the sideline by the ball.
Maybe Ernie cracked his head
like
open.
that, and Bill would rewind it like 10 times. It'd look, hey, Ives, you got to keep your head on a swivel, huh? Getting hit in the head with the fucking.
Man, when you're working that hard and the days are that long, you got to mix in the fun.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a lot of that, but there was those every once in a while.
I'm so glad we picked a quick question.
I had like 10 questions after that too.
No, that's awesome.
I'm sorry.
We should do a whole post game on like a day in the life, like a single day, and we just do that again.
I'm so down.
But
Jules, put a bow on it. Arrival to exit, what was the times looking like usually? You got there super early, though.
I got there super early, but to be there, 8 is a team meeting, or 7:55 or 7:45 was start the day right. So we had to be there 7:45 till we would get out at 4:30.
Okay.
So it's, but that's what you also had to get like a workout in. There's also stuff that wasn't mandatory to be there, but was kind of mandatory, but you do on your own hours.
Wink, wink, yeah.
Well, that was the Chill Zone. Thanks to our favorite beer, Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/GWN. Celebrate responsibly. That's been another game.
it sure has.
Indeed.
What a game. Thanks again to Ted Karras. Fucking awesome to catch up with him. Still active, still doing it. Got to stay healthy.
Go Bengals.
Go
Come on, baby.
Bengals offensive line.
Who dey?
Yeah.
Just the offensive line?
I want to see him do. I like parody. That'd be a fun team to see in the playoffs.
I'd love to see the Bengals.
They got to be in the playoffs.
They're the
bro.
Chief Killers. I want to see it.
Yeah, no, they're not. That was 3 years ago.
I know, but
They're not.
Okay.
No.
Let's wrap the show up.
No. Take that back.
I take it back.
All right.
Whatever you say.
Gosh. Like, we got to get going, boys. We need them to go. They can be. They have. But they're not anymore.
Haley's going to die. Let's wrap this up.
All right. That's been another episode of Games with Names. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Comment a game you want us to do, and
Remember to rate and review. Sorry. Should we hit that again?
No, don't.
We got time.
ad-lib, Jack.
Quick on our feet.
And leave us a 5-star review on Spotify while you're there. Remember to follow Games with Names on YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, and Snapchat. Leave a comment on the YouTube full episode. We'll read the best ones in our future episodes.
Or
we did
just
today.
this one.
Or just one.
Yeah.
Just one. Maybe just one episode. One thing we'll talk about for 45 fucking
Hanging
minutes.
in the rafters after that.
Leave a message on the old hotline, 424-291-2290. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.
Games with Names is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.